All right. I think. Oh wow. Wait. Wait. Okay. There we go. There we go. We're back to normal. The voice. My voice should be. Not my voice should not be like Ion Q voice. Hey guys, it's your boy Shade here with another Ion Q video. In this video, we're going to talk about. No, I'm not going to talk like that. That would be that would be annoying. But yeah, I'm just going to spend some time doing research on the left-hand side here. I'm going to do some research on the quantum stocks. There's a bunch of quantum stocks that I want to look into, and then the due diligence list that I created last live stream, if you guys were there. I'm going to look into all these: Poet, ASTS, Entar, RCAT, Katos, Nebius. I'm going to look into NVTS again, UEC, Neo, NVTS. I'm going to look into Microsoft because Microsoft is like tanking, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So Microsoft, Rocket Lab, Oracle, Serve, ONDS. I'm going to look into that one. And then MVST one more time. I already did some due diligence on that, but yeah. ASMR shades. Hey guys, it's stock market ASMR. I'm going to just talk sweet nothings into your ear about the stock market. So if you're a big fan of stock market. But yeah, no. Yeah. RDW. Don't I have RDW in here? I swear I had RDW in here. Let me check. Isn't that the drone company? Yeah, I have RDW, but why isn't this on my due diligence list? That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm going to be spending a few hours here. I figure might as well, right? My sleep schedule is kind of back to normal. Kind of. Like I went to sleep at like 2, woke up at 6, so, normal-ish. So I should be able to, I'm going to have the energy to keep this up for a few hours. So, yeah, feel free to hang out and listen, ask questions, whatever you want. But, yeah, let's start with, you know what, we were already, should we start low? No, let's start lower price. Wait, what happened to the other one? Okay. Yeah, Redwire. I mean, let's get Redwire out of the way. What is this company about? Yeah, because I'm looking for some new plays. I'm kind of tired of the old SoundHound, Riot, APLD combo. And I've seen other stocks that have been pumping. Meanwhile, we're just sitting there waiting on, SoundHound. And we're waiting for APLD and Riot to come down. So it's kind of like, what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say here? Like, it kind of sucks to sit there waiting for one stock to move up and then waiting for the other two to get cheap. Because we don't want to chase him. We don't want to chase APLD at the top, and we don't want to chase Riot already at 20 almost. So it's kind of like we're just sitting there waiting. Meanwhile, there's other stocks moving. So I figured, you know what, we need to bring in some new plays so that we can, have something to trade while we wait for these other ones to pan out more than anything, or come down nice and cheap. But yeah. So let's start with RDW. I mean, Athletic Style he jumped right in. What might as well. So let's see, what are we going to look at here? What does this do? Okay, so it's not a Chinese stock. Thank the Lord for that. Picks and shovels in the space market. They do defense as well. Drones. Interesting. They got a website too. We're going to look into that. Redwire Core Manufacturers and Supplies. Yeah, space stocks have been on fire. They provide the components. Okay. And it's sitting at $11. It's got 3D printing and manufacturing. Oh man, Seb Luke. There's a guy in my Discord who loves 3D. Oh, this is about to break out. If it breaks this, wow. Okay, so there's a lot to look into. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, let's start with the easy part, which is let's not look at the charts just yet. Let's look at the financials. Let's look at the company itself. Let's go to Gemini. I don't really like using Grok, if I'm being honest. Let's use Gemini. What else am I looking for, guys? TradingView financials, RDW. Yeah, we'll take a look at the financials real quick and see how that's performing. RZLV. I'm going heavy on them. Yeah, Athletic Style. I really like what I'm seeing here. I'm liking the setup. If it breaks that downtrend, that thing's gonna follow ASTS to the moon, basically. Which is why I've been saying, like, I'm just gonna spend like 3 to 4 hours just researching. You're gonna have to excuse me while I eat spicy chicken. But yeah, let me see. What do you think's gonna happen tomorrow? By the way, a lot of people are saying we're gonna tank because of the Greenland tariff news. I would be shocked if we did, but yeah. I think, whatever. We've been through this. We've been through the whole tariff situation. What happened the last time we got tariffs? We tanked, and then we went on a huge tear. So it's just buy the dip, honestly. That's what I think is going to happen. We're going to dip, and we're just going to go higher. If we don't dip tomorrow, by the way, if we don't dip tomorrow, either something happened today, or the market just doesn't give a shit. Think about what I'm about to say. The last time we got tariff news, we were tanking, right? But I think this year we're not even. I don't think the market's gonna. The market shouldn't care. I think the market should react by just going up, because that would be a good thing. That would be so bullish. But we'll see We'll see how the market reacts. Anyways, let's look at the financials here real quick. The total revenue do they have growing revenues? That's the question I always ask. Whoa. See, this is what I mean. This is why you got to spend. I hate doing research. This is why I usually stick to the same basket of stocks. But I figured, what? It's the beginning of the year still. Let's do some research and see what else is out there. So be on the lookout for, if you're from the Discord. Patreon.com/shades&trades. Be on the lookout for new plays, because I kind of hate waiting for Sound to get moving and Riot to come back down and APLD to come back down. So yeah, this is good. I mean, look at this. This is growing revenues: 137, 160, 243, 304. They're underperforming this year. I don't know what's going on here. Their revenues went down 30%, then 20%, but then they went up 50% for Q3, 103, 200, what is that? Well, if we round up, that's 130, 233. That's 233 million so far in revenues this quarter. So if they can get about 70 million, they'd be dandy. But that's a question we have to ask here. Why did their revenues drop for Q1 and Q2? Subshades, have you talked about RR missing earnings report? Well, thank God I don't hold any RR, by the way. So if they missed earnings, fantastic, because I don't hold any. I have not bought in. I did buy in Flip several times for like a few $100. But yeah, you know me, you know my rules. No holding through earnings. So I don't. This is why you follow the no holding through earnings rule, because you never know what's going to happen. So if RR didn't report earnings, oh God, I feel sorry for Alex Petrosky. He's a guy in the Discord from Minnesota holding a big bag on RR. He bought RR at $7 with me. But the difference between me and him is I took the loss. I was like, oh, no, I'm not. If I'm going to chase high, hoping it goes higher, it better go higher, right? If it's not, I'm just going to take the small loss and move on. I'm not going to hold the bag down 50% from 7 all the way to 3s. So he's holding a big bag on that. So that guy's definitely, and he put in probably like 50K or something crazy. So he's definitely, he probably isn't going to be too happy to hear that RR missed an earnings report. Good morning, RLZV is on a tear, expecting good revenues. Well, I'll look into it, guys. I'll add it to my watch list, because right now we're looking at RDW, another space stock. I'm going to assume RZLW is a space stock. RZLV, I should say. It's an AI stock. Wow. I'll add it. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking for new plays, because my plays right now, like I said, they're not really, RR, it's not doing anything. BBAI, it's not doing anything. I'm literally showing you. SoundHound, not really doing anything. Riot stock, we already made money on that. It already pumped, so we're not going to chase it. SoFi doing a whole lot of nothing, as you can see. You're noticing a lot of my plays are just sideways. So it's like I'm not really making money, and that's kind of annoying. I mean, we've made money on Riot and on APLD here, but that's about it. IonQ going sideways. So a lot of my plays are just doing a whole lot of nothing. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, it's time to branch out, because I can't just be sitting there making no money. It's time to move on to other plays. So yeah. Good morning, RZLV. Delayed government contracts. Is that what it is for RDW? Where's RDW? RDW. See, what I really like on the charts here is this. If this breaks out, where are we? Okay, so the revenues look fine. I was just a little concerned about this. So I have 4 monitors that I'm working with, so I'm just gonna move some things around here. But yeah, okay. So on the financials, they look fine. I have no complaints. Year over year, they are growing. Let's see, U.S. Army Long Range Reconnaissance Program, prototype phase award, our company. I don't care about any of this. What do they do? Let's look at that. I do care about that. Company overview, careers. Yeah, right. Investors. So we got to look at that. Delayed government contracts. I'm going to ask Gemini right now just to confirm. Why did RDW revenues drop Q1 and Q2? Defense, integrated space and defense tech. The infrastructure for aerospace, autonomous systems, blah blah blah. Okay, I mean you got me. I'm sold. You don't need to tell me twice. I'm glad I'm doing research. I'm sold, and it's a Monday, so today's the market's not open, right? So this thing shouldn't be moving. This is going to be one hell of a play for tomorrow. Look, I'm not a smart guy. I don't know what any of this means. All of this tech, I don't know what it means. All I know is if they're making money and they're getting more sales demand for their product, service, etc., then it's a win. Our vision and to profitably deliver innovative. Okay. Did I already skip the investor section, or am I crazy? This is the investor section. Do they not have a presentation? Is what I was looking for. They usually have a presentation. Yeah, you guys thought I was kidding? I'm gonna do due diligence. It's gonna be fun. Check to see what they supply. I assume that's gonna be in the presentation here. That's usually where they put that. They like to brag about who they work with, who they supply to. Yeah, the government shutdown probably affected them too this year. When the government shut down towards the end of the year, because I know Sybil stock got affected as well. Okay, yeah. Contract delays. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, the contract delays. So yeah, they were bogged down. Yeah, they were bogged down. They were bogged down by the government shutdown, I imagine, as well, because I know Sybil stock was affected. Let's hope we don't get another government shutdown here towards the end of the month, because that would suck. But yeah, dude, I love this. This is awesome. This is going straight to my plays list. Let's add it to the playlist. Is it in my plays list? No, it's not. But no, I'm gonna add it to my favorites for tomorrow, because if that breaks out, it's gonna be a good move. We'll do the technical analysis again. It's all about the what the hell is the company about? What they're doing? U.S. government shutdown has pushed a number of our anticipated orders out of the quarter and into 2026. Well, we're already in 2026, so let me just grab a little chicken here. Probably should get some water to lube the throat. I got a Coke as well. It's going to be a long stream, so I got to eat something and drink something. All right. Let's see the picks and shovels. Yeah, picks. I like pick and shovel, please. Next gen spacecraft. Large space. Rosa. I'm trying to see if they're who are they? They're existing funded customers, commercial, government, international. This is one hell of a stock. Partnered with Red Cat, Black Cat, okay. What is this? A memorandum of understanding? Yeah, see, the fact that it works with the government means, wait, so, this is very interesting. You know why? I'm about to check something. We have a lot of pumps here. Look at this. Huge pump, huge pump. I'm going to ask, not ChatGPT, Gemini, a question here. I'm going to ask it, how many times does it pump on government contract news? How many times has RDW pumped on government contract news? We can also do some counting here. So let's go back to 2021. Holy crap. So in 2021, how many pumps did it get? That's the question you have to ask yourself, right? If you're gonna look at a stock and trade it, you want to know, like, hey, how many pumps does this get every year? If every year for certain you know that it gets like 3 pumps a year, that's a good number to know, right? It's good to know that historical pattern. Like, hey, every year it gets 3 big 100% pumps. If you know that, that's an advantage. Because you're using your brain and you're like, wait a minute, let's look at the bigger picture here. If it gets 3 pumps a year, then it's about positioning. At that point, it's the timing. It's about timing. It's about positioning yourself accordingly for the 100% pump that is inevitable because it happens every year, 3 times a year. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. That's just how I think. But yeah, patreon.com/shadesandtrades if you want to join the Discord, because it's about the timing. If you time it wrong and you buy the top, obviously you get screwed. Which unfortunately a lot of people do. So yeah, in 2021, one big pump here, one other big pump here. So that's 2 big pumps in 2021. 2022, we got a big pump here. And then it just tanked. Maybe, that wasn't much fun. Yeah, so in 2022, it only had 1 pump. 2023, it pumped from 1.67 to 4.58. Now that's a pump. That happened in, wait. Whoa, guys. Are you guys seeing this on the charts? So it had a big pump here. And then I had a little pump here. That happened in March. March is when the pump started. And then here, January to March, again, another pump in 2023. Are you guys seeing that? Are you guys seeing that? Is it just me or am I crazy? It almost seems like between January to March, does something happen in the government where they give out contracts or something? Because it's almost like it's getting a lot of pumps between January and March of every year. That's interesting to know. Because we don't have data from 2021, I believe. Yeah, we don't have data. Oh, yeah, no, we do. In 2021, it did get a pump here from 10 to 11, but not, yeah, that's, 10%? That's nothing. Then it tanked. It wasn't really getting much volume back then. But it's interesting that between January and February, March, there's tends to be some kind of something that sends it. I don't know why. So what is that? 1 pump, 2 pumps here, and then again, it's the same thing. Do you guys see the pattern here? It goes sideways here for November and December, then into January, but then February and March comes around and it starts pumping from 3 to 450, almost not quite 100%, but that's 50%. But it still continued slowly, and then it rocketed to 26 long term, and now it's pulled back. I don't know. It's just very interesting patterns that this is exhibiting. So yeah, I mean, if my prediction's correct, we should, based on historical patterns, we should see this breakout happen and it should get quite a pump. That's what it's looking like, because it's kind of like due for one, right? If every year we get a nice decent move around the months of February and March, then I mean, now's the time to be buying, and in terms of positioning yourself for that February and March pump. That's how I see it. That's how I think of it. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed. And we are chasing here because we're not buying anywhere near the bottom or under the purple line. But yeah, it looks good. I like the patterns I'm seeing. This reminds me of BBAI, where you buy BBAI at the purple line and it always gets some big pump in February for some reason. And I think it pumps like twice a year, if I recall. So again, this is just how I see the charts. I know I'm not doing regular, technical analysis, but yeah. So on the charts, it's I'm liking this one. Let's see. In the last year alone, the stock experienced at least 4 to 5 major pumps, directly tied to government or major airspace contract news. Yeah, so again, it's about timing. So if I were to buy tomorrow, it would be less of a position, and it would be with a stop loss for sure. Let's see. Yeah, the breakout. If the breakout happens, then I can just move up my stop to break even, and I can play for free at that point. Well, technically, if it tanks overnight, then I'm screwed. That's the only downside, is stop losses don't trigger overnight. But yeah, look at that downtrend. You see it? Very clear downtrend. That looks like it could be... That looks like a big bullish falling wedge long term. Holy crap. One hell of a play. Shout out to whoever told me about this one. Because I know a lot of people... I already had it on my watch list, so I forgot who mentioned it first. But, I mean, hey, shout out to Athletic Style for bringing it up during the live stream. But yeah, that's a bullish falling wedge. This is a buy. This is a buy. I can't even... Wow. Monthly time frame looks pretty much the same. Looks ready to go here. Bigger candles as we're going into that February-March timeline. It's going sideways long term here, as you can see on the quarterly time frame, right? Does that make sense? Quarterly time frame, we've literally been going sideways for quarter after quarter after quarter. So, buy the top at 17 or buy the bottom around, $7. But another thing I want you to take notice of, and maybe this sounds crazy, but that's a green quarter, that's a red quarter, that's a green quarter, that's a red quarter, that's a red quarter. Is it just me, or after every red quarter we get a green quarter, right? Is it just me? Red quarter, green quarter, red quarter, green, green, red, green, red, green, red, red. We got 2 red quarters in a row, which is interesting. But the quarter is still early. We're still, it's still January 19. So if this is going to pump back to like 16 at least, it would make sense, unless the momentum dies tomorrow. But so yeah, it looks bullish, even just going off of the red quarter, green quarter pattern. Yearly time frame. Again, it looks, if this breaks out, oh boy. Okay, so on the charts, it looks good. I'll be alerting this one. We'll see how we move tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be interesting because of the Greenland thing and the tariffs and all that. But this is a bullish falling wedge. If the breakout happens tomorrow, this should move. Let me just measure here real quick. How much of a move can we get? Let's say it breaks out tomorrow. If it breaks out tomorrow, it can move like, whoa. Wow, it can move like 20 to 33%. Man, yeah, it can move like quite a bit off of the breakout. So I think it's a very good risk to reward ratio. I guess my stop loss would have to be at the low of yesterday's candle, or I should say Friday's candle. So let's say I buy at $12. Yeah, so my stop loss would have to be about 12%. 12%. So it's about one for one, possibly 1 for 2 to 3, depending on how far it moves if it breaks out. So it's a good breakout play, good risk to reward, but you got to have the stop loss for sure. I'm liking this. I already gave the game plan. The sell targets would be 1350, then 1650. I mean, that's let me look at previous breakouts. So here it broke out above 8, moved to 10. Here it broke out, moved from 11 to... Wow. So yeah, this is very interesting, guys. Do you see this? Do you see it? It broke above 1164 here, and it surged from 1184 to 15. In the past, when it broke this level here, it moved 30% from low to high. And then it pulled back to that same support before surging higher, another 57%. So when this breaks out, like I just said, it makes quite a move, and historically speaking, it makes sense. So again, this is I'm glad I'm doing research. Holy crap, we're gonna have some new plays in the Discord. It was about damn time. I was getting tired of that damn SoundHound just sitting there doing nothing, it makes sense, right? Our strategy revolves around buying SoundHound when nobody wants it at the purple line, but there's some other plays out there that are really good, as you're seeing right now. They supply for RKOB, SpaceX, NASA, U.S. Space Force, and pharmaceutical companies, etc. RDW, you mentioned not buy earlier, like 20 days back. I sold. Let us know how I can buy back 20 days ago. I don't remember. I don't recall. 20 days ago, dude. Nah, I'm not gonna remember 20 days ago. 20 days ago. 20 days. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna remember. I don't remember. Yeah, I probably told you not to buy because I'm gonna tell you not to buy if I don't know anything about the stock. 20 days ago, I didn't know what I know now. I just learned a lot in this stream. So, yeah, backlog improvement, quarterly contracts that I do. I don't care about the financials. I already looked at the financials due to the ongoing government shutdown. A number of our, so we have, yeah. So as I expected, kind of like Sybil stock and BBAI stock and all the other stocks that rely on government contracts and the government being open, this was affected by it. So yeah, this looks good, guys. I can't even. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything horrible about this? No, it looks like a winner. I already gave you the due diligence, and I just gave you the technical analysis. I think tomorrow this is going to be one hell of a play. But yeah, Sandeep Kumar, I mean, when you ask me about the stock, how can I say yes to you to buy? Like, I can't say that if I don't know myself. I don't know the stock, right? As far as I know, RDW could have been garbage. I don't know. Sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes people ask me, hey, should I buy this stock? And I'm like, I can't say yes. It would be disingenuous of me to say yes because I myself don't know. You know, I can look at the charts and say, hey, it looks good, but that doesn't mean anything if the company behind it is trash. So, I mean, this is trash. It's a 3D printing AI stock that's at 16 cents. It's just kind of trading between 14 and 19. Good for flips. But we'll see if that's trash or not. I don't know. Maybe it is trash. Maybe it's a really good penny stock. I don't know. But if someone were to ask me, hey, should I buy Entor? Of course I'm going to say no. Because it's like, I don't know. It's a penny stock. It can drop from 28 cents to 2 cents and then rally from 2 cents to 25 cents. So, very dangerous, very, very dangerous game to be playing with those. So there you go, RDW. After, how long have we been streaming? 30 minutes? God damn, it took 30 minutes for me to research one stock. So can buy back. Yeah, I'll be alerting tomorrow. Small position with a stop loss. I'm not going to go nuts. But yeah, looks good. Tomorrow, I'll add more. You know what? If it breaks out, I'll add more to my position because that would be bullish. So I'll add a starter position, then pile on if it does break out. If we get to break out, pile on more. That's the strat. You don't want to lump sum off the bat because if you lump sum and then it tanks, you're going to feel bad. Whereas if you add a starter position and then it actually successfully breaks out and holds, then you throw in the lump sum. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so that's enough for RDW. That's, again, add it to your watch list. I already added it to my favorites. So yeah, that's going to be the new play for the Discord. Again, the whole point of this stream is to do research since the market is closed today anyways. Shout out to Martin Luther King. The king, as people say. So we're already done with that one. What should we look at next, guys? What should we look at next? You can see the watch list on the left-hand side. I got a bunch of stocks here. NBIS, RKOB, Oracle, Red Cat, ASTS, Katos, RZOV, MVST. I'll be right back. Let me just, it's going to be one long stream. So let me eat some more and drink some water. Whew. Okay. Damn, that chicken is spicy. I might have to give myself a Coke. But no, all right, let's look at RZOV. RZOV is the first one that he mentioned. I don't know what TE is. Is that even a stock? TE? Is that a two? That's, what is that? Holy crap, TE is looking like it's ready to break out there on the ascending triangle. That's an ascending triangle ready to break out. Not a bad play. I would say buy to, goddamn. Yeah, so I would say buy tomorrow. And if it doesn't break out and hold, just take the loss and don't bother with it. But if it does break out of that ascending triangle, historically speaking, how far does it move after a breakout there? It would go to like 9 to 10. So if it does break out tomorrow, you can make about 10 to 20%, depending on how much it's going to move. So I don't know anything about T1 Energy, but that's an ascending triangle into a. That's not me doing the technical analysis. That's the Mumu AI doing the technical analysis. Very clear pattern here. So there you go. TE. What does TE do? Based in Texas. Battery Solutions. The company was founded by. Let's go through it again. Let's do it one more time, guys. You know the drill. So TE looks bullish. TE Trading View Financials. If you're a beginner, I mean, you're gonna learn today how to you're gonna learn how to do analysis real quick. You're gonna see pretty much me going through the same cycle. New stock, look at chart, then look at the financials, the revenues, then look at the company, etc. The total revenues are kind of weird. The revenues are weird for this one. 0.000 53 million. That's a huge jump. 132 million, 210 million. So the revenues have been absolutely skyrocketing. Huh. That's very interesting. Okay. I got nothing bad to say about it. Yeah, so I would say tomorrow it's a buy, and if it does not break out, take the loss and just move on. Yeah, you got to have discipline for these kinds of plays because you're chasing them. It's above the purple line quite a bit. Yeah, whoa. It's above the purple line by 131%. So you're paying 131% extra. Let me put it that way. If you were to buy your groceries tomorrow and it's 131% more that you have to pay than normal, that's basically what you're doing. You're paying a lot more to own the stock and trade it. So just be aware, it's a long way down to that purple line, 55% drop. So I'm just telling you right now, you better have discipline and not hold a big bag all the way down. I like the setup. It's another breakout play. Very simple. You buy, and if it breaks out and holds, continue to hold. I would say same thing. Starter position. Right at open, just slap 100 shares and then sit back and relax. And if it actually breaks out and holds, pile on some more, right? That was a quick one. There wasn't really much to look at for that one. That one's pretty it's pretty much pretty open and shut case for that. Pretty open and shut case. Oops, what did I just do? I just did something stupid. I don't know what I just did. Uh-oh. Okay, no, the stream didn't end. Okay. Ooh, I thought the stream ended for a second. So there you go. TE looks good. I like it. This is becoming a problem now because now that's a lot of stocks that are getting ready. A lot of the energy stocks seemingly getting ready to break out. Let me see. I don't know why your message got retracted there, Sandeep. That was not me. MVST, let's knock out MVST here from the list here. So let's look at MVST again. Trending to the upside. Let me start at the yearly. You know what? If I'm being honest with you guys, support. Is that creating a bull flag here? No, probably not. trending to the upside. It broke the broke the uptrend here, which is not good. Touched the trend line, the previous one, and then selling off. Weekly time frame looks like a possible head and shoulders that might play out. I'm doubtful of it unless it has to come up this high. Unless it's going to create a lower shoulder. I'm going to look at the daily. Did we get a golden or death cross already? Let me check the death crosses on this one. Keep forgetting to check the death cross. Let's look at let's remove that. Let's remove that. The death cross is almost there. It's teasing it. The last time this got a death cross, boy oh boy, did it just it just tanked. That is very concerning. It broke the trend line, and then it looks. You know what? I would say it's a buy. I'll say this. It's a buy. Set a stop loss at 2.73. If this is the bottom, if this is truly the bottom, it shouldn't stop you out. And then it'll slowly climb higher to like 354 and you make good money. So either you lose like 27 cents per share or you make 50 to a dollar worth per share. So either you lose, let's say you put in 1,000 shares, you either lose 240 bucks or you make like 500 to 1,000, right? So it's a very good risk to reward, especially here. Because if this is truly the bottom, it shouldn't come down lower. It should stay here, right? So I say it's looking good. I like it again, and I think I said I was gonna buy on Tuesday or Monday, but I didn't know that that it was King Day. So this is another one. Again, there's a lot of plays here, and that's kind of sucks. Because on Tuesday I'm gonna have to be like, okay, what am I gonna buy, right? What if I buy MVST when I could have bought RDW and actually made money, and this one decides to tank? So it's I'm gonna have to do some research later and figure out like, okay, out of all these plays, which one am I buying on Tuesday? Right now RDW is looking like the best one because of that bullish falling wedge. The ascending triangle is nice, but the bullish falling wedge means that the price has tanked already, and it's RDW is under the purple line. So I would say right now, of the three we've looked at, RDW is the one to go for. I think it's under the purple line now, or it's just a little bit far away from it. Yeah. So it's still close to the purple line, as you can see. It hasn't like moved 100% above the purple line like TE. So I would say of the three stocks we've talked about so far, I would say RDW is the best best value, I would say, so far. So, all right. Any other stocks you guys want me to look at? Let me know. If not, I'm just going to continue here down the list. We got a list of what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? Let's go into RZOV. Let's knock this one out. RZOV. Because I know someone did mention RZOV. Okay, so no golden cross, no death cross to be concerned about. If anything, it looks like it might get a golden cross. Sold off a little bit here. It already moved from 221 to 4, so already made a 100% move. What does this do? What does this do? AI, machine learning. So it's just AI. Is that it? All right, let's do the let's do the classic. Let's look at the financials again. You guys already know TradingView financials. I don't know why I keep typing it in over and over again. I should just keep it up. What am I, stupid? TradingView financials, RZOV. I am totally losing my voice today, unless I talk like this. If I talk like this, my voice will be fine. I won't lose my voice if I talk in this voice. But yeah. Justin Rooster, I will talk about Data Vault. Just give me a second. But anyways, total revenue. What the hell is this? This doesn't even have revenues. RZLV does not have. Where are the revenues for this? Is this a Chinese stock? Because if it's a Chinese stock, I'm gonna have to give it the hell no. Oh no, it's a United Kingdom of Great Britain. Never heard of that. But sure, why not? I don't see financials here. 187K. Now, if this said 187 million, then I'd be like, hell yeah, but this is 187K, not million. So that doesn't excite me. I'm gonna have to say this one's a dud. Probably the first one on the list. That's a dud. It's a dud. I think it's a dud. I don't. Let me. That's the one of the worst ones I've seen so far. So yeah, RZLV looking like a dud on the charts. There's no bullish patterns. I mean, it's moving bullish. I'm gonna have to say it doesn't have the revenues though. Right? Like, what is that? What is that about? Let's look up the Resolve website. Resolve AI, Brain Check. Is this it? This is some weird British stock? Chinese stock? I don't. Is this a Chinese? Is this a Chinese stock with? But it's like located owned by. Is this owned by China but located in the UK? That's kind of how it comes off. Just a hunch. Could be wrong. Yeah, this is weird because it uses H1 2025. I've never seen that. This has to be. Yeah, what the hell is that? Like, yeah, it's looking like I'm not impressed. I'm more impressed by the other ones that we've talked about, RDW, MVST, and the setup. The chart setup is good, and the revenues are good for the other ones. Whereas this one, it's kind of I kind of don't give a how do I say this nicely? Look at what the company is saying. Company signals nearly 10x growth for 2026. That doesn't mean anything to me though, right? Hey guys, Shades signals nearly 20x abs for 2026, right? Shades signals $1 billion for YouTube, 1 million subscribers for YouTube, 2020. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, that kind of doesn't mean anything. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. They can guide 350 million in revenue, but until I need to see, they got to walk the walk. So I'm going to have to give this one the no-go. There's already better. The first three we talked about during the stream, definitely superior. Maybe in the future it'll be a good company with growing revenues and it'll actually follow through. But again, it's very cheap to say, hey guys, for 2026, I'm going to have a 6-pack abs and $1 billion. Like, that's, I can make statements like that. Hey guys, like, It comes off like a Chinese stock because they use the H1 format. So that's kind of confusing. That's why I'm asking, is this a Chinese stock and it's just in London, located in London or something? Not a big fan of Chinese stocks. But yeah. So there you go. That one, RZOV, the other ones are better. DVLT Data Vault. Let me look at Data Vault. DVLT. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes people tell me, "Hey, can you look at this garbage?" Like, this is trash. This is just, I can't even recommend this. It looks like Mullen stock. It just keeps going down, then dies off. It's a super risky penny stock. I would say if you really want to buy this, it would be a buy tomorrow. And then if it doesn't hold here at 70s, take the small loss and reposition at 50 cents. If 50 cents doesn't hold and you take another small, that would be 2 small losses, then just don't bother with it. So, yeah, that's what I would do. But I'm not going to do that. This thing is how many gap downs does this thing have? Like, there's no way it doesn't have gap downs. It doesn't? Wow, it has a lot of gap ups. No, it does have gap downs. Just one, apparently. Unless I'm blind. No, there's gap downs. Yeah, there you go. That's the game plan. I just gave you the game plan. If I was a trader of this garbage, I would buy tomorrow, stop loss at 0.69. Haha, someone make a joke. If it stops out and doesn't recover, I will buy at 0.51. And if it stops me at a second time, it's time to walk away and go somewhere else. But I just would never, people always ask me, hey, I'm holding a big bag on this penny stock. What can I do? What would you do if you were in my situation? And I'm like, well, I would never be in your situation because I wouldn't buy garbage. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I just wouldn't. I would never be in that situation in the first place because I just don't trade garbage. I just don't. Garbage is good if it gets the pump. Hell yeah. I'd rather trade something more stable. So there you go. I gave you the game plan. You do what you got to do with that. But I would rather there's other plays, man. RDW. There's just better opportunities. Let me put it that way. So let me eat my chicken. Let me drink some more water. Right, it's gonna be a long stream. Give me 1 second. Got to chew the fat, as people like to say.
Breaking news on the Trucker Jeff and Joey Shaw Super Show. If Shaden says bye, bye. F that guy, I'm all in on Corrupto. Now back to Shade's Crazy Cash.
All right, I'm back. Welcome back to Shade's Crazy Cash. All right, on Tuesday, I will keep a close eye on Poet, SPI, Photonics. Man, dude, look, Athletic Style. I'm gonna say this to you right now. I can't keep track of all these plays you're giving me. I'm gonna, shout out to Athletic Style. He just gave us one hell of a play with RDW. But man, I can't keep track of no Poet and SPIE. Man, you're giving me way too many here. But just in case there's a major partnership reveal or technical breakthrough demonstration. You're giving me too many plays. I can't. I'm like, what do I do with all these plays? What do I do with all these? SPIE. Oh, okay. No. I read that wrong. Keep an eye on Poet. Not Pony. Pony. Someone wants Pony? No, Poet. Yeah, Poet is again, I can only keep track of so many stocks. I would say I'm gonna stick to good old RDW. That's a good one you gave us. It would be ill news for me to buy Poet and it doesn't go anywhere. Meanwhile, the RDW play that you initially brought up, it goes to the moon. So I'm gonna have to go with the RDW play that you gave. That's a good one, man. Shout out to Athletic Style. SRFM stock. Is this garbage? I think I've heard of this. Yeah, it's probably trash because I don't have it on my watch list. I think I've heard of this one and I looked at it and I laughed because I'm like, pfft. Oh yeah, I laugh. I'm laughing again because I think you're the one who told me to look at this one last time and I'm like, bro, this is absolute trash. This is just like Data Vault. This is trash. It's a buy at $2. That's what I'm noticing. Yeah, that's a buy down here. There's very clear. Yeah, buyers love it down here at like $2. You see that? Like buyers show up down here all the time. I would say wait for $2. If it comes to $2, buy. Stop loss at like 1 point. Yeah, at the low of that day. Or if you want 1.78. But that's where it's a buy. It's a buy at $2. It's not a buy up here. So yeah, it's a buy at $2 and sell at $2.50 to $3, and I mean that's a about 50% potential. So yeah, you don't want to be buying up here because you'd be the sucker buying and then they sell it to you and then it comes down to $2 and then the smart ones buy again. So this has very clear bottom. This is a classic buy the bottom, sell the top. So yeah, not recommended to buy here. Those are my thoughts on this stock. It's not garbage. It's not that trash as Data Vault. This has a very clear range. I'm going to add that one to my list. I think I like it. I'm going to add it to plays, not to my favorites though. You know what? I'll add it to my favorites. ARAI. Man, dude, what do you... Man, Sandeep Kumar, what do you just go... Do you just go research the most garbage stocks? Like, all your stocks, they just go down or sideways. Look at this. No, this is actually just trash. This is actually the worst trash ever. This doesn't even have a bottom. And it doesn't have a... Like, there's no box it's in. It just keeps... Literally, it just keeps going down. So ARAI, don't bother with it. That one's actually literally, like, that's actual garbage. That's all I'm going to say. Poet stock. Let's look at Poet stock. Let me go to the monthly, quarterly. Quarterly, man, it's had 4 quarters in a row. Big breakout happened recently. Could, yeah, if this breaks 10, it could go back to previous highs, I imagine, of 12, right? Is that what I'm saying here? Yeah. So keep an eye on Poet. Is that true though? Let me look at Poet. What did he say? SPIE Photonics West. Let me just double check here. Photonics West 2026. Does Poet stock? Yeah, shout out to Sandeep with the garbage. He gave me some good stuff too, but that last one was just you don't want to buy anything that just keeps going down. That's a bad stock if it just keeps going down. I'm looking at Poet right now. Let me pull up the TradingView financials. I'm not gonna have to type in TradingView financials anymore. I already have all of that set up. TradingView financials poetry. That's not happening. I'm not looking for poetry on Poet stock. That would be funny though. Oh God. I'm a little disappointed with Poet here. I'll show you why right now. Let me pull it off to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no to Poet. The revenues are weird. It doesn't even have revenues for 2023, 2024, and 2025. What is this? Am I crazy? Or like this only goes up to 2022 and then it stops. This is trash. I'm saying there may be a catalyst on Tuesday. That's all. No. I get that. I get the catalyst play. I get it. But I'm doing my own research, and I don't care if a stock has 20 catalysts. If it looks like that, I just have, as a rule, I'm just like, hell no. That's a hell no from me. Let's give it the boot. Get out of here. You don't out of the watch list. That one's pretty bad. I like growing revenues. You know, I like that the chart goes up higher over the long term, but I also like the revenues to do that too. So it has a catalyst coming up. Let's see if I wonder. I'm gonna add, athletic style. I wonder if it's already moved in anticipation of that catalyst, right? Because this already moved from $3.87 to where it is right now. So did it already move in anticipation of that, you know, date of the conference or whatever? I wonder, because I've seen that happen before. LPLA, massive ascending triangle. Oh, I remember this one. I don't know who talked to me about this one. I remember this one. It had a bullish falling wedge, and look at that. It broke out shout out to whoever made money on this. This thing broke out and moved 26%, which is really good for a $370 stock. Yeah, I'm not buying this. That was a play, but that was a buy down here at this bullish falling. I remember. I don't know if it was you who mentioned it, but that's one hell of a play back in October, not right now. So yeah, it's stuck in a box right now. I mean, it has to get the breakout. I don't like trading stocks that are 378. That's the problem. I think I said that last time. I'm like, you know, it only moved 27% from low to high. You could have just bought APLD and made 100% plus. So I think it's just in terms of like return potential, it's just too high of a share price. I think you're better off buying, like, you could have just bought Riot and made like 50%. So yeah, it's just there's nothing wrong with this. It's just the return potential is not that much. That's kind of why I don't bother with these. So I don't think there's anything wrong with LPLE. I just the return is less, and there's better companies for more. There's better stocks, I should say, that offer more return. So yeah, that's all I got to say with regards to that. All right, let's look at what's the next one? Arcat. I think people like Arcat a lot, if I recall. This one's just trading on a. This is just trading in a box. All right, let's look at the revenues. That's automatically the revenues are going to disqualify a lot of these. Let's see. Our cat. Let's see if this these revenue. I like cats. I've never met a red cat, but you know, if it's got the growing revenues. Okay, the revenues look fine. I have nothing. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say. The revenues look fine. So the only problem I have with this is at the top of the range, right? So I'd be. The purple line is all the way down here. So it's 60. Yeah, the purple line is 63% all the way. Yeah, it's quite a long way down. I thought it was going to form a bullish falling wedge here. That's why I drew the bullish falling wedge here pattern, but it didn't. So let me look at the weekly. It already got the signal here. So we're kind of late for this one. Like the buy opportunity was. Yeah, the buy opportunity was down here when it was under the purple line. You see how it goes under the purple line? Let me remove this damn white and yellow line. You see how it goes to the purple line, nobody wants it, then pumps huge, purple line, pumps huge, under the purple line, pumps huge. So yeah, it's already moved, guys. So it's I think this is a good one for the next time it comes down to the purple line, but as of right now, not a play. So I have no complaints. This is a good one. I think it's on my watch list already. I'll add it to plays, not going to add it to my favorites, because it's going to be a while probably before it comes down. But this is I like what I'm seeing. And the financials they look okay. I got nothing bad to say. I don't even need to look at the website of the company. I've seen this pattern too many times. It's a good one. It's a good one to trade. Wouldn't hold it long term. You'd better buy NVIDIA or an ETF if you want to hold something long term. But yeah, Arcat, I give it the thumbs up. But it's already moved 63% above the purple line. So it's kind of, let's play what hasn't moved too far above, right? It's down to $18 minimum in 3 months, and NVTS to 12. NVTS is going to go to I think NVTS is going to go to 18, SoundHound 15, and then 18. I think NVTS is more volatile, so it should get to 18 faster. Because I don't know why. It probably has something to do with the share structure. But yeah, Caden Wagner, 4471. Shout out to you. Yeah, I agree with that. Except for MVTS. I think that's going to go higher. Sent to loan stock. All right, let me get a drink of water and eat some more chicken. Hopefully you guys can't hear me eating. Let me drink some water. Clear the throat. Okay. All right. All right, I'm good to go. Let's continue on here. Centalone. Dude, you keep bringing me garbage. What is this? Yeah, Centalone just keeps going down. This is trash. Goodbye. I don't care if it gets 20 cat. That just keeps going down. Never buy stocks that keep going down. No, thank you. Into the gutter. Into the trash. Just burn it. Throw it into a volcano. What chicken you eating? The spicy wings from Jewel. I like those, especially when they're not too salted. If the black people are working at Jewel, they usually oversalt their chicken, whereas if the white people are working there, they put just the right amount of salt. So lucky for me, the white people were working. Don't ask me how I know this, but you know I know my Jewel. Let me put it that way. Someone was like, "Whoa, what is he trying to say?" I'm not trying to say anything. It's just I just hate, overly salted wings. I don't know why they add so much salt. That's ridiculous. I think they like it that way. I don't know. It's just too salty for me. Yeah, I only go to Jewel when the white people are working because I'm like, at least they're not gonna salt it like crazy. I just lost some people on that one. But no, yeah, what the hell is this? LYSDY. Oh, hell no, I'm not buying that. That's already moved away. I don't know why that is. I'm actually curious, like if a brown person is working at the Jewel, do they like undersalt the chicken? Like if a yellow person, like if an Avatar blue person worked there, like would the chicken just taste different? Like I don't know. I'm just like, it's just very strange. It's very strange. I'm like, why do they oversalt it? But the white people they just salt it just right. I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. I'll stop there before someone goes nuts on me. LYSDY. This is already I don't. You know what? I would say it's a buy at the purple line. Every time it's under here, then it goes up above it, under the purple line, up above it, under. Yeah, so this was a buy like at $8, 10 and under, if anything. I think this one's already moved away. So, and it has earnings tomorrow. Oh no, hell no! If this has earnings tomorrow, you guys know my rule. I do not hold the earnings, because that's how you end up holding a bag if it decides to tank 50%. Just like Trucker Jeff is holding a big bag on TSSI. So yeah, this is not a play. I'm not interested in it. Doesn't look bad. It respects the purple line strategy. So I'm going to add it to my watch list, but not going to add it to plays. Just as a rule, you know me, I'm not going to hold the earnings or anything. Yeah, TSSI, goddamn, yeah. So he bought it here at like 18, then he held through earnings, hoping it was going to pump huge. And now Trucker Jeff held a huge bag down here, and, maybe it comes back up for him. Maybe not. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so this is why you don't hold the earnings, because this can happen. Just a huge 50% tank. And you can't really, do anything about that. You're just kind of screwed. Like you just have to hope it comes back up for you. So yeah, I'm not buying that one stock, the previous one we talked about. But it looks good. Respects the purple line. Thank you. Have leaps on those. Shout out to you. I leaps. You buy leaps on those? That's interesting. I don't really buy leaps on stocks that are cheap. They're so cheap that I'm like, you know what? Why would I buy leaps? I only buy leaps on stocks that are like expensive, like Nvidia or Palantir. I don't think I've ever bought leaps for Sound or NVTS or anything like that. But that's not that's not bad. That's not a bad strategy. As long as you just better hope we don't go into a bear market. Because I've seen Joey Shaw get destroyed buying leaps on MSTR. So yeah, and BMNR as well. All right, let's see. What else should we look at here? It's already been an hour? Cool. Let's look at NBIS. I know a lot of people like NBIS. It already touched the purple line move away. It's breaking out. Let me look at NBIS. Because I've heard a lot of good. I think someone's dad bought NBIS at the top or something like that. I remember someone saying that my dad bought it at like 140. Is he going to be okay? And I'm like, sure. He better hope he's okay. Like, I don't know. I don't know the stock. I'm just doing research now. Like, 30 days later. So the question is that guy's dad going to be okay? Because his dad bought NBIS at the top. So that's the question. NBIS Trading View financials. Is this an AI data center play? That's what I'm wondering right now. I don't know what this does. I don't know anything. I literally know nothing about it. That's why I told that guy, I'm like, yeah, maybe your dad will be okay. I don't know. I hope he's okay, but I mean, he shouldn't be buying tops. That's a foolish thing to do, buy tops. That's not. He should tell his dad, hey, the strategy is not to buy tops, Dad. He can't be doing that. So, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it off to the side. I am new to this stuff, but I'm wondering, what does the purple line mean and why is it so important to you? The purple line is important because I don't like buying tops. So that's the strategy, right? So NBIS, that guy's dad, he bought the top at 141. But if he knew the purple line strategy, well, if you buy at the purple line, are you buying at the top? Are you? You're not. Because every time you buy at the purple line, the stock has to crash about 40 to 60%. So if you wait for the purple line, you're buying 40 to 60% off. And people love Black Fridays and trampling people, and I like to do that too. And I made a video telling you I will trample a baby. You don't think I'll trample a baby for 40% off? 60%? People have died on Black Friday for discounts. So the stock has to crash in order for us to get that discount, right? So it's opportunity. So that's why the purple line is important. More than anything, it prevents you from buying the top. And that guy's dad bought the top. If he knew the strategy, he'd be like, hell, he'd be in the green right now. He'd be in the green, what, 36%. He'd be happy. He'd be like, hell yeah, I'm glad I found Shades because that purple line strategy works. Holy shit, I just have to sit back and let it crash and then, let the bag holders get screwed and I buy at the purple line. I know I'm not buying the top and I make money. It's a mean reversion strategy. That's what it is. That's the technical term. We assume that stocks fluctuate around the purple line, kind of like, I always use the Jerry Seinfeld episode where Jerry sold the stock at a loss because he couldn't handle the pain of the fluctuating market. And it fluctuated, right? And Jerry Seinfeld took the loss. But George Costanza, he held, and he actually made money on the fluctuation back up. So that's kind of how I developed the strategy. I guess Seinfeld inspired, but also, to avoid buying the top. So, you can look at the past here. Comes down under the purple line. Nobody wants it. You're getting a huge discount. Then it runs from 14 to 140, right? Comes under the purple line here to 64, runs to 87. So the purple line is just to avoid buying tops more than anything. I should just call it the George Costanza strategy. I don't know. It works. It works because you're just not buying the high. The goal is not to chase high, it's to chase low, I guess. Chase low and hope it goes lower so you get a bigger discount. More than 40 to 60%. That's why I love bear markets. So yeah, that's the whole point. That's the easy version. What was I looking at? The financials? Yeah, I give my purple line strategy away for free. You want to know why? Because people don't have patience. People these days want instant gratification. So if you tell them that they have to wait like 3 months for the stock to crash, they're going to be like, oh, hell no, I want to make 100% right now, not 3 months later. So they buy the top hoping it goes 100% and then they get bagged. So yeah, this is why I give away my strategies because I know most people don't have that patience. They just don't. Thank you for the explanation. It makes sense. Yeah, shout out to you, DFixed1929. If you were born 1929, you'd be almost dead. So shout out to you if you're actually 97 years old. Goddamn. Patreon.com/shades and trades before you die. No, I'm kidding. kidding. But yeah, NBIS. Oh, by the way, that one video where I said that companies don't care about the older generations because they're gonna die off. Some people were not happy about that. They were not happy that I said that. These companies right now, they're building all this AI stuff for the younger generations. They don't give a shit about Gen X. They're gonna die off. So why would you build something for someone that's not going to use it? Number one. Number two, someone that's going to be dead anyways in 20 years. So that whole generation, they're not building all this AI stuff for that generation. They're building it with the younger generation in mind. So I know some people didn't like that I said that, but that's just how it is. They're not, so LMAO, it's just random numbers YT gave. Oh, YouTube gave. Okay, I was like, what's YT? Oh, YouTube. Oh, I thought you were. You're 20. Goddamn, you must be the youngest person I've seen. I think you might be the youngest person. Honestly, I don't. My channel usually it attracts the older people, Gen X, because usually younger people don't have money and they do stupid shit like go all in on calls and then they blow up their accounts. So, shout out to you if you're watching this and you actually follow the strategies. You're gonna be. At 20, by the time you're 30, you're going to be well off. Well, that's assuming you follow the channel, since I've never heard of you. This is the first time I'm seeing you on the live stream or seeing you comment. But anyways, the revenues here for NBIS continue to climb up. 3 billion, 4.83 billion, 7.46 billion. Hell yeah. Oh, okay. So NBIS, what is this? Is NBIS NBISL? NBIS, what is this? This is from Amsterdam, Netherlands. I think I have a Discord member that's from that same area. Technology company that builds smart products. You know what? Maybe your dad, I don't know. I don't remember whose dad it was, but I think his dad might be okay. He might be okay, right? He might be able to just get the bag out and then just go somewhere else with his money, honestly. Yeah. The revenues look fine. The revenues grew hella big last year. Wow. NBIS looks good. I think that guy's dad will be fine. He bought the top, he'll be fine. But next time, tell him to buy at the purple line. Whoever, I don't know. I don't remember whose dad it was, but tell him to wait for the purple line. So there you go. I gave NBIS the thumbs up, but I'm not buying that. There's again better right now. RDW is that's a play at the top of my list right now in my head. Let's see. I have around 20K in my investing account, and I found you yesterday watching your EPLD video. That's interesting. How did you come across my? How did you come across it? Because again, my videos only attract Gen X. Like it's mostly Gen X. If I look at my analytics, it's mostly Gen X. Like it's literally like you might be the first 20-year-old ever. Which is crazy. You're 20. God damn, you're young. Guys, remember being 20? That was awesome. You could break a leg and be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. You could go out drunk and do it again the next day and you'd be fine. I mean, you'd feel a little shitty, but you're whatever. It's whatever. You're 20. But now that I'm 32, I can't get away with that kind of stuff. It really fucks me up. So, yeah, those were the young days. But yeah, shout out to D Fixed, our first young gun here. I don't think unless someone is younger here. I think there's a guy in my Discord that's young, but not that young, not 20. What generation are you? Are you Generation Alpha? I don't know what generation that even is. That's how big of a gap there is. What generation is that? Generation Weird? Is that the trans generation? All right, let's continue down the list, guys. ASTS, another space stock that's been absolutely pumping. I am interested in this one. As you can see very clearly, comes down to the purple line, right? Nice and cheap and discounted. You don't buy the top because you buy the purple line. Then it rallies here from the purple line, 54%. Then it tanks back to the purple line, rallies 159%. Tanks to the purple line, rallies 184%. Tanks to the purple line, rallies. Dude, this thing is insane. So you can see very clearly it loves that purple line, loves to come down and give it a kiss, and then it runs huge. So I think this is one of those stocks that you just buy at the purple line and don't question it, and probably buy calls. I don't want to say short-term dated calls, but some leaps. And the revenues, let's look at the revenues right now. I'm going to pull up the revenues for ASTS. I imagine they look good because the stock is just incredible here. Yeah. I like ASTS. That is one hell of a play. ASTS stock trading. I keep deleting it and having to type it all up. Trading view financials. Oh yeah, no, I think my sister's 20. Is she 20? Yeah. Yeah. Because I do have a sister. She's 20, and she's just a freaking weirdo. And the stories she tells me about how gay and trans and people are, like that generation is just very open like that. The stories she's told me kind of scare me. Let me put it that way. I'm like, oh God, is that how your generation is? Are they all just weirdos and freaks? That's the joke I always make at her, because I saw her over the holidays. But yeah, I don't know what generation that is, but so the revenues, wow, what the hell? The revenues just skyrocketed here. Yeah, the revenues in Q1 2025 skyrocketed. I don't know why this looks like this. It should be showing the other years. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, you can see the revenues skyrocketed 1,239% in Q3 2025. Why is that? That's a crazy jump. That's a crazy jump. Yeah, that's an insane jump in revenues. Insane. I'm going to ask the AI assistant here. Why did it jump like that? Yeah, so the older generations, if you're not using AI, time to get with the times, man. You don't want to be 60 years old and some snot 20-year-old, a third of your age, is smarter than you because he uses AI. That's just kind of how it's always been. If you don't get with the times, you're just an old person that doesn't know, F all. So I started learning how to use AI last year, and it's very helpful. It just makes everything, that's just kind of how it is. AI is going to make everything easier, make our lives easier. You won't have to do chores because the bots will do everything, right? That's just kind of where we're headed. So, that's where we are right now. We use it as a tool to make our lives easier, but in the future, they're just going to do everything, period. That's just kind of how it is. Hopefully, no Terminator situation. I am holding APD, so I looked for APD vids, and yours was one of the top. Oh, that's very interesting. Good to know. I'm going to continue to use the same thumbnails. Jesus, damn, near 200%. Yeah, that's why I said, you're already smarter than that one guy's dad, I think. I hope you're smarter than that one guy's dad. That one guy's dad bought at the top. If he knew how to buy at the purple line, he'd be making hella money. I'm in RDW 5.80 average, looking for an entry in RKOB, missed at 55. Well, let me just finish up here on ASTS. Oh, okay. They went from the research and development phase to the initial commercialization phase. U.S. government contracts, gateway deliveries, payment and commercial commitments. Okay, yeah. So because of the government, awesome. Okay. All right. So yeah, I could see why ASTS pumped the way it did. ASTS, I'm going to add that to my plays list. That's a good one for the future. It's already moved away from the purple line. So you guys know me. We don't want to end up like that one guy's dad holding a big bag at 115. So maybe I'm not going to chase hoping it goes higher, right? Let's just screw that. We'll wait for the purple line. It's purple. It's a line. I always say this. Even a 5-year-old could understand. Here's a purple line. You can ask a 5-year-old, what color is that line? Purple? Okay, and then you ask the 5-year-old, hey, what color? Because you don't even need to learn how to read candles, right? Hey, what color is that line right here? Oh, it's green. Okay, did the green line touch the purple line, 5-year-old? And he would point and be like, yes, right here. Like, okay, and then you buy. Wow, what a shocker. I think even a 5-year-old can outperform adults because 5-year-olds don't have fear. They don't know the value of money. You just tell them, buy at purple line, and they're like, oh, daddy said buy at purple line, whatever, sure, yeah. They don't understand, right? Do you make sense? They have no sense because they're so young, but they at the very minimum understand green line touched purple line, buy, right? And you get candy as a reward for making a good purchase, right? Because you got to reward the 5-year-old with candy or whatever his favorite thing is to reinforce those behaviors of, hey, when green line touches purple line, I make money, I get candy, and I'm doing a good job. Yay, dad! I don't know. I guess I would be a stock dad. I don't know. I guess I would raise a 5-year-old to be a prodigy. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Even a 5-year-old could understand this. But the thing is, a 5-year-old has infinite patience because they're not going to die in 20 years. Number one. Number two, they don't even know what patience is. They don't know what's happening. They just understand colors and buy. And candy, clearly. Someone clip that. That's a good one right there. But no, jokes aside, purple line strat seems useful. Oh, my friend, it's not just useful. That's a money printer for the people who have the patience for the signal, because you got to wait months. I can measure it for you. It took 37 days, a month and a half for it to get back to the purple line. Here it topped out. It took about 2 months to get back to the purple line. So you have to wait like 2 to 3 months, sometimes 6 months for it to come down. So yeah, that's kind of the part that's hard for people because they want to make lots of money fast. But you're young, you're 20. If you got plenty of time ahead of you. You're not gonna die in 20 years. So the purple line strategy is probably more useful for younger people, if anything. Well, your generation kind of just stares at TikToks. Kind of. Or maybe you're a different generation. I don't even know. Okay, let's see. What else? So ASTS, that's a good one, for the future. Rocket Lab, let's look at Rocket Lab. Looking for entry in Rocket Lab, missed 55. And 20, so I got plenty of time. Exactly. Looking for entry in RKOB. I'm laughing at you, Christos, because sir, or ma'am, sir, RKOB, it already came down to the purple line, and it already ran from your buy opportunity was at 43 here. It touched the purple line, then it ran from 43 to 99. So I don't know. You're saying, hey, I'm looking for an entry. My friend, you're going to have to look for an entry like way in the future. This is unless you want to chase high, hoping it goes higher. But this already moved, my friend. This is, you can see, comes to the purple line, pumps 623%. Purple line pumps 300%. Purple line moves up 134%. Notice that as the trend continues, the percentage return kind of is less. 600%, 300%, 135%. We'll see how much further it goes, but I would be very careful because you never know when you're buying the top. So, Christos, hopefully you are not gonna chase, because I should not be seeing that. You should not be saying, "Hey, looking for an entry in RKOB." Like, why would you be looking for I hope you're looking for an entry at the purple line and not up here, because goddamn, we'd be buying expensive. You'd be buying expensive. Let me look at the financials for that one. Well, you guys thought I was kidding about doing the 3-hour stream? We got to do a lot of research and find a lot of plays. I'm thinking I'm slowly losing my voice now. Let me look up. All right, I'm gonna take like a 1-minute break here. Just gonna finish my spicy wings and drink some water just to make sure I don't lose my voice during the stream. So I'll be right back. I'm Gen Z, and the one you are talking about is definitely mine. Gen Alpha goes up to 15-year-olds or something like that. Oh, okay, Gen Z. Okay, I see. Yeah, I figured. Gen Alpha, that's what they're called? Interesting. Good to know. All right. All right, I'm back. Let's continue the Mario Kart music in the background. I don't know if you can hear the Mario Kart music, but all right, let's continue here. You guys, some of you thought I wasn't gonna do this, so hell yeah, I'm gonna stream for a while. Gen Alpha. I'm gonna have to do research on Gen Alpha. Like what the hell is a Gen Alpha, and what do they do? What are they about? How to, like, what the hell is one of those? What is one of those? Those. Okay, RKLB financials. Okay, financials look great. 35 million, 62, 211, 244, 436 million. I don't need to see anything more. Revenues keep going up. Price keeps going up. RKLB is a buy at the purple line. I'm going to add this to my plays list, and I'll remove it from my due diligence list because we don't need to do more due diligence. Revenues are growing and it goes off the purple line every time. What more do you want? Oh, by the way, I am releasing the Shades Patience-Based Trading book this coming February, towards the end of the month. I don't have a set date yet. I have to pay someone to do a whole bunch of stuff with it so that it can go on Amazon. If you're in the Discord, patreon.com/shadesandtrades, you will be getting the PDF version free. And so yeah, that's just something to look out for. That's coming soon. Yeah, now you just saw my real name. But yeah, Shades Patience-Based Trading. I like the purple and the black, right? The purple and black suit that I wear. And yeah, I'm gonna cop that. When will it be available? Amazon. I'll be adding the link in the future. Love it. You're probably my favorite YouTube. What does that say? Favorite trader on YouTube. Wish I was in a better position to join your Discord. Yeah, I mean, hey, you don't gotta join. You don't gotta join. As long as you're following the purple line strategy, you'll be fine. Burning Bleezy. I don't know if he or she is watching. So, but there you go. That's just an announcement I had to make. Let's continue on with our due diligence. So RKLB is looking good. Just waiting for pullback. Yes. Okay, cool. Whew. I was concerned for crystals. I'm like, oh no, is he or she gonna chase? You better chase with strategy if you're gonna do that. When you look at financial statements, what do you look for? I just look at the revenues. That's it. I've been showing it this entire stream, just revenues. That's all that matters. Is the company growing? That's it. So I just go to. We're gonna look at Serve Robotics next. So I'll just go to Serve Stock. So the ticker name, symbol, and then Trading View Financials, and then enter, and then click at the top here, and then go to where it says statements, and then go to where it says annual, and there you go. You just look at the numbers down here, total revenue. That's all I care about. So total revenue is going up. The stock price keeps going up. What more do you want? That's all I look for, really. Is there more demand for the service/product that the company offers? That's really the most important thing. So yeah, 107, 207, 1.81 million. That's a huge jump there. So the revenues are growing for Serve Robotics. Is this the one that delivers food? I believe this is the one that delivers food. Let me check. Serve Stock website. We're going to do a little deeper due diligence with this one. Let's look at the website. Afternoon, brother. Good videos as always. Shout out to Tony V 4517. Hopefully you enjoyed the IonQ ASMR video. Hey guys, it's your boy Shades here with another video. We're gonna talk about servo robotics. I don't know why I'm talking like this. It's completely unnecessary. But I believe that servo robotics will be worth so much more in the future. And here's why. Okay, jokes aside. Servo robotics is, I think this is the one that delivers food. So yeah, they got a nice little robot. Oh shit, my bad guys. I'll be right back. I just ordered a space heater and it should be here right now. Let me go get my Amazon package. I completely forgot about it. I just ordered it, delivery for today, because it's very cold here in the Midwest. It's like below 1 degrees. So I know in Minnesota you must be freezing. So I'll be right back. Let me get my Amazon package. Or they'll steal it. All right, I'm back. I'm back. So yeah, the space heater that I just ordered, they delivered it to the wrong apartment. They delivered it to the other side. So I had to go outside and run. I had to run because sometimes they steal packages if you just leave them out there. So yeah, the space heater's right here next to me. I don't have. Maybe I can turn on the webcam in a little bit. But anyways, a little bit out of breath. I had to run outside in the cold. They left it on the other side. It pisses me off when they do that. Dude, I was streaming here and I completely forgot that I ordered it. I was like, oh shit, I need to go make sure it doesn't disappear. All right, so I got the space heater. We're gonna get nice and warm right now when I set it up. But let's see, Servo Robotics. I think who are their investors and partners? Nvidia. Wow. 7-Eleven, Delivery Hero, Uber. That's the future, guys. You're going to have robots delivering food for you to your door. You're just going to go outside and be like, oh, there no DoorDasher to tip? No DoorDasher to deal with? Hell yeah. No DoorDasher that's going to steal my food? No, you guys ever order Taco Bell and the DoorDasher steals it? Webcam. Jason Rev. Okay, let me get the webcam. Let me see if I can, where the hell? Let me lower the green screen. All right, let me turn on the webcam. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah, there I am with the haircut, looking old AF, as the young people would say. All right, there you go. There you go. Ooh, I think I have to lean back a little. Maybe move down the camera a little more. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I think you got the mini cam at the bottom. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there's the space heater. So yeah, they left it just on the other side, and I'm like, oh no, I need to go run for that before someone steals it. You never know who's gonna steal it, but yeah, it's pretty chilly. So I was like, yeah, let me order one delivery in 3 hours. Let's go. Can't wait to set it up. Let me see. Where was I? Where was I, guys? I forgot what was I doing? I'm a little confused. Oh yeah, let's make the mini. There you go, mini cam time. Okay, so NVIDIA. Yeah, so they work with NVIDIA and Uber. That's awesome. This is a good one. 40% growth. The revenues are growing. They're expanding into new locations: Chicago, Dallas, Fort Lauderdale, Alexandria. What are they doing for 2026? Oh, this is a presentation from a year ago. 10x. Whoa. They're predicting 10x revenue. Do you guys see this bullshit? Do you guys see this nonsense? This is some nonsense. Is this bullshit or what? 10x revenue growth in 2026. And they have a small float. Outstanding shares is only 6. Yeah. Wow. That's, let's see if they follow through on that. They have earnings in March. So that earnings is going to be very important because it's going to tell us if they're actually growing and if they're actually on their path to reaching that 10x in revenue growth in 2026. And they're going to launch in new cities. So yeah. I would say, let me look at the technicals. It looks good. I mean, wow. 2000. Okay, I don't care about any of that. So let's look at serve here on the charts. On the charts, it's just going sideways. Quarterly time frame is just stuck in a box. Monthly time frame stuck in a box. It's just stuck in a box right now. Between 10 and 15 weekly time frame. It's on the weekly time frame. You can see it much more clear. Since May of last year, this has been stuck in a box. Since May of last year. So I would say this is a buy under 10. And then just look to flip it at like 13 to 15 for a nice 30 to 50%. Let's look at the purple line strategy on this one. Yeah, I would be careful with this because it's just been stuck in a box for over almost a year, not quite. We still got 4 more months, but still, it's been stuck in a box for a while. It likes to come down to the purple line, then rally off of it. Purple line, rally off of it. So I would say it's a purple line buy. And this also kind of looks like it might want to form a double top. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna say it's a purple line. It's a buy under the purple line. And then just hold it for 13 to 15 because it's stuck in a range long term. That looks like a double top to me. We'll see if it actually plays out. But if it does play out, we should see it back at around 12 and under. So yeah, I would say purple line buy for Serve Robotics. A lot of how this stock performs long term is going to hinge on whether the revenues actually grow. So that's something. Keep an eye on this one for next earnings, for sure. So not a bad company, not a bad stock. But have to be wary of its next earnings to see how it performs. All right, what's going on? Let me read. I live in LA, or it was on a show in Hollywood and saw a couple of those Serve Robotics delivering stuff. Also a ton of Waymo cars. I live in LA. I've seen these things around. Shades, hope all is well. Yesterday, I liked the way you explained about the three 200 moving averages. As you mentioned, notice which one is the support rate. Yeah. I don't know what you're asking me right now. Are you asking me? I don't know what you're asking, Naveen. Oh yeah. No, I remember now. Yeah. Which one does it respect? That's the question. Which moving average does the stock respect? If it doesn't respect the purple line, but it respects the white line, then you use the white line as your support, as your signal to buy. So that I don't want to get too deep into that. I don't want to get deep into strategy right now because we're focused on research. But yeah, that's a little more advanced. The purple line strategy is the simplest. Once you start getting into optimization, whether you want to use the white line or the yellow line or the green line or the purple line, stock specific, numbers, right? Because you can manipulate the numbers too. You can go to, you don't have to use the 200. There's stocks that, the 183 would be better. But again, it's just better to stick something to a number that's more general, that works for a lot of stocks, than to start being more particular about the number, even though it could be a better signal for specific stocks. So I don't want to get into the more advanced. I don't really talk about the optimization and advanced stuff. It's just a little too much. Just keep it general. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. For SoFi stock, it was the simple moving average 200 day was the support. Thank you. These robots gonna get destroyed here in Dallas. You better send me a picture of those. Hey, crystals, are they gonna get destroyed because you're gonna be one of the people jumping in on that? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's beat this robot. Is that how you know? Crystals, that is the reason I'm doubtful if Serve Robotics people here in the Bay Area would do the same. I've seen people here in LA mess with them. Shades, I am also selling put options for APLD like you. Hoping to get back at least $30 or below. I think hopefully it will get below 25 in the Trump stock market. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes under 30. I don't know about 20s again. If it goes to 20 again, that would be a bear market. I just don't see it. I just don't. I think Joey Shaw, he wants to buy APLD again at 20s, and I'm like, pfft. If Joey Shaw wants to buy at 20s, that means we're not going to 20s. For those of you who don't know who Joey Shaw is the guy that, he's like the worst trader ever. 88% of his portfolio is crypto garbage. The other 12% is just more garbage. He's like the worst trader ever, and he doesn't learn from his mistakes, even though I teach him all my strategies. He keeps trying to force a win in the markets. And that's just not how it works. You can't brute force the stock market. It's going to do what it does, and you should be buying good companies, but he's not going to listen. So yeah, I would say I don't see APLD coming down to 25 and under. I don't see it. If Joey Shaw wants it that cheap, usually you want to go against him, and yeah. So that's why I sold the put at 31 or 32 or whatever. I think at best it comes down to 30. If you're lucky, under 30, then it bounces off of that immediately. I just don't see it happening, personally. Did I miss anything? No. Yeah, so Serve Robotics, we're done with that. Let's look at Entar. I think Sebluke likes this one. Bull for Life likes Entar. It's a 3D penny stock. He really wants to. I don't know about 3D. I can't even talk. I don't know anything about 3D printing stocks. I know some people are bullish on those, but the 3D printing sector has been pretty weak, if I recall. Let me look at the 3D. I forgot that the 3D printing. Here's the 3D printing ETF. The 3D printing ETF represents the 3D printing sector. And you can see it's just kind of been right? Like, look at that monthly time frame. Do you guys see that? Look at that. It looks terrible. The 3D printing sector is just sideways, and it's been sideways for 3 years now. It's been stuck in a box, and in 2021, COVID, when everyone got that government check, that's the only time it pumped huge. Other than that, it's just going sideways here. So if you like trading ranges, I mean, go right ahead and buy 3D printing stocks that are holdings of the ETF. But yeah, you're better off buying AI stocks that trend to the upside, right? You want to buy what keeps going up long term, not what's just going sideways. So I would say, and this is why I've been telling Bull for Life in the Discord, I'm like, bro, just stop it with the 3D printing stocks. He keeps sending me 3D printing stocks. He's like, this is going to go to the moon. We're going to print food. We're going to print everything. And it's going to be, awesome. Keep in mind, this guy that I'm talking about, he smokes a lot of weed. So usually when he sends me messages, he's really high and he thinks that these companies are going to be the next big Nvidia. They're going to go to the moon. They're going to go from 16 cents to $100 and he's going to be rich and buy a mansion and own farms or whatever. So we're going to do research on this stock and we'll have a good laugh. Let's have a good laugh. Let's have a good laugh on this one. So we're going to look at the revenues, which I'm sure are going to be horrible because it's a penny stock for a reason. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little background on the guy that told me to look this one up. It looks like a scam, if I'm being honest, but let's look into it. Let's see, what does this thing do? Okay. So is this a 3D printing stock or what is this? Because the first press release that I see here does not talk about 3D printing. So that's already a red flag. Like, you got 3D printing in your name, but you're not, that's not what you do. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Like, that doesn't make, let's look at the website. Entar Corporation provides augmented reality, wayfinding technology, and 3D model services in Canada. So why does this press release say crypto and stablecoin payments for events? An AI first technology provider? Get the hell out of here. This is trash. This is absolute garbage. I don't think I need to read anything else. I'm done. Let's just entertain Seb Luke here. Let's entertain Bull for Life here. And let's just look at the revenues. Just for this is a fun one to look at. It's just for entertainment. So the revenues tanked from 5 million to 2.79 million. Cool. Yeah, I'm totally gonna buy this stock that keeps tanking. Look at the revenues; they just keep dropping. Negative 70%. So this is a great example of why you don't get really high and then you start doing research on stocks. Probably better to do research when you're not high or drunk. Because that guy, man, he gets high and he just sends me the worst garbage. He keeps trying to get rich quick and I'm like, just stop. Like, you're not going to find the next 100x. If it was that easy, we'd all do it, right? We'd all do it. The CEO has a podcast. All right, guys, I think this is a scam and it's just a CEO that runs this and he just uses it to line up his pockets is what I'm thinking. That's what it sounds like here. I've seen, why does the CEO even have a podcast? He's got a podcast. This guy, nah, this is not right. This is weird. What does this do? Does this work with anyone? Anyone significant? $1.8 million enterprise contract landed in Q1 with Amazon. I'm gonna double check that just to make sure, because this is it's a 14-cent penny stock. Let's just double check. I'm very suspicious of this one. I'm suspicious of anything that's this cheap. Okay. See, you look at this. Look at this. Amazon 3D model supplier, 9.7 million Amazon sellers, over 300 million products. That doesn't mean anything, though. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. It's not like it's not like this company is in control of those sellers and those 300 million products. They're just using the Amazon name to be like, oh, look, we work with Amazon. Look at the potential, enormous growth up. Yeah, this is, I'm not going to say it's a scam, but I've seen this before. CEOs pumping their own company by using, Nvidia or Amazon as a, they just throw the name in there to make it look like, see, we're doing something. It's to get idiots excited to buy the stock, and then they dilute, and then they screw over the investors and take the money, basically. I've seen this scam before. It's a very good scam, because a lot of idiots fall for it, hoping that it's going to be the next big thing, and they're going to get rich, and then they get destroyed. Yeah, I think I've done enough research. This is garbage. It kind of seems like a scam. That doesn't mean scams can't pump. It's a scam. Of course it can absolutely pump. But I'm going to have to say no. You're better off buying something else. I'm going to check again. Entar. That presentation comes off like they're just trying to, hey guys, Amazon. Yep, Amazon. Look at us and look at Amazon. We use the Amazon. Nah. I've seen this before. Yeah. Yeah, no. They're just using the name. So Entar is retarded. Let's put it that way. Go right ahead and buy. If you want to buy and hold a bag potentially, go right ahead. This is trash. I'm just gonna I don't even get out of here. That is just garbage. I hope he's not watching, because he's gonna be like, oh, but it's gonna go to the moon shades, and I'm gonna make a lot of money, and you're gonna miss out. And you'll see that I'm right, because he's gonna dollar cost average into this stock for the next 5 years, because he's hoping to score. He's hoping to score big, and it's gonna be the next big thing, and we're gonna print food. So yeah, and this is the guy that always sells early, as well. He this guy's the worst trader, but he's still profitable. Funny enough, he's the worst trader, but he's still profitable. If only he was a better trader, he would actually be growing a lot faster. But unfortunately, he still makes the mistake of buying garbage, hoping to score that big. He just wants that dopamine hit of scoring a big win, which is not a good strategy. If your strategy is, I want to buy a penny stock hoping to score big, because I want that huge dopamine hit, that's probably, you got problems, right? You got problems. Don't do that. So yeah, this is garbage. I'm done with it. I'm not going to talk more about it. BBI has a stockholders meeting event on the 22nd. If enough people have voted and approved the stock dilution, the stock may go down, giving us a buying opportunity. Well, if it goes down, it may give us a buying opportunity for sure. I agree with that. We'll see what happens with that. I have not bought in. I did buy in and flipped it for like $50 or something. But yeah, right now, because of that meeting, I haven't really gone crazy with it. Are you going to buy MVST? It looks like good earnings. MVST. Yeah, I am buying, but with a stop loss. Wait, does it have earnings soon? Because you just scared me. If it has earnings soon, then maybe not. Because I'm not going to hold it. If it's going to have MVST earnings. When is MVST earnings? Oh, that's still that's in March. Okay, I'm not going to. Yeah. MVST is a buy for sure. I'm buying it. I'm alerting it tomorrow. With a stop loss, smaller position than normal. We're not going to go crazy like we did with SoundHound. It was below purple line the other day. They threw the Lime electric scooters off the bridge. Oh my God. Don't get high before due diligence. Yeah. Shade, just curious, what are your favorite things in options? Selling options. I like selling options. I don't like buying anything option. I don't like buying options. I only like buying leaps on Nvidia, but Nvidia's been just choppy, so I haven't bought leaps. I like leaps in a bull run, but we're not in a bull run right now. Some stocks are, but Nvidia and Palantir, those are the usually the ones I buy leaps on, but they've just been garbage. So I kind of can't buy leaps because it's just, I mean, you can see very clearly Nvidia has been stuck in a box here since last year, August. It's been stuck in a box. So we want to buy leaps in a bull run when things just keep going up, right? When things just keep going up like this, not when it's stuck in a box. So I only like buying options if we're buying leaps. I don't like short-term dated calls. I like time on my side, and shares offer infinite time. So I'm always going to take shares over options because I like the infinite time. Less money to be made, sure, but the infinite time is valuable. The being able to hold the shares and forever and not have to worry about expiration is too valuable for me. So I do like selling calls and puts and buying leaps, but only in the bull run and only on specific stocks, basically. Anything else in the options? Thank God I learned puts and options because of your motivation. Hey, I know you've been working really hard. Naveen Thomas, he's been in the Discord. Naveen Thomas has been in the Discord for over a year now. He has learned a lot. He's one of the best traders next to Trucker Jeff. Next to Trucker, he's better than Trucker Jeff, but he's right there. Like he's basically, I would say, number one, followed by Trucker Jeff being number two, because Trucker Jeff still makes little mistakes. Because Trucker Jeff is old. He's like 60. So sometimes he just gets caught up in the whole trying to get rich quick, and then he holds a bag. So I would say Naveen Thomas is number one. The people who actually sit down and study, those are the ones that make money. You know, it's funny how that works. The people who sit down and play chess and study chess, they perform better. Why? Because they're actually studying and creating game plans and strategy. I learned that recently. So yeah, just got to study, continue studying. I mean, at some point you're going to be on my level, Naveen, and you just don't even, you can make your own plays, really. But yeah, there's nothing more beyond selling options and buying leaps. I don't really have anything else. I do not like short-term dated calls. I will never alert never will I alert short-term dated calls. Never happening. Have you seen what City Institute published on the need for PQC? No, I have not. I have not seen that. NY2NW? I assume that means New York 2 and West? Northwest? I don't know. Let me Google that. I mean, not Google. Who uses Google? Let's ask the AI assistant. Shades, any thoughts on TEM? TEM. It's a buy. It's under the purple line. It's a buy. You're going to have to hold through some pain, though. But, yeah. I would say it's a buy. But I would be careful. Because it's very weird. Like, it's choppy. Let me show you the monthly time frame. It keeps going higher over the long term, but it's like choppy. Does that make sense? Like, notice how it just keeps going up, but it's like a choppy on the way up. It's just very strange. I've never seen this before. But I would say red quarter, green quarter, red quarter, 3 green quarters, red quarter. So I would say it's a buy right now that it's under the purple line. But let me check the other EMMAs. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I would say it's a buy. It's a buy right now with a sell target of 78, then 90, then 100. Is what I would say. But I would be very careful mainly because... well, let me look at the revenues because I don't know the revenues on this one. I'm saying be very careful because of the choppy pattern, right? It's slowly climbing higher, but it's just choppy as it does it. So, I don't know. Something about that just doesn't seem right. Okay, it has growing revenues. So, yeah, I would say it's a buy. It's a buy. I just gave you the sell targets. It's under the purple line. It's a buy. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it at that. Just something feels off about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. That is so choppy. It slowly goes higher, but yes. But it's just so... You see... I mean, let me show you. You see this? You see uranium? Look at that. That's what you want to see. Month after month, it just keeps going up. It keeps going up. It keeps going up. There's no, like, choppiness. So that's kind of why I'm a little... I just be careful with TEM, because what you want is, green. You want this green candle, green candle. It just keeps going up, right? That TEM just has this weird. Look at that. You see the difference? Look at this. It's slowly going higher, yes, but it's just so choppy on the way up. So that gives me caution. I don't know why. I just have this gut feeling So it's a buy. If we're just paying attention to the technicals and not my gut feeling, it's a buy. Sell target of 78, 90, and 100. So it's a good one. It's got the revenues as well. It's just that choppiness on the way up is weird. I've never seen that. It's the first talk I've seen that where it's very choppy on the way up. You would prefer this where it just slowly goes higher without any of that, up and down barcoding, choppiness, whatever you want to call it. Is sound buy or hold? Sound is a hold for me. Hold for 15, 18, and 20 for potential 50 to 100%. Shades, I was reading something a few weeks back saying that when the S&P 500 gets below 300 WMA, it is a bear market. I really like your insights on that. Also, thank you for everything. I don't know. I've never heard of that. That sounds retarded. So if I think that's a scam. I've never heard that 300 WMA. I don't think can it even go under the 300 WMA. The SPY, didn't the SPY create new highs? That's a bad signal. That's a horrible signal. I mean, if it goes under, it's a bear market, but that's already you're deep into it. You're deep into the bear market once it gets there. So nah, I don't. There are better signals for bear market for finding bear markets. So yeah, that's a garbage. That's garbage. That's no. The S&P 500 going under the 300 WMA is a bear market. It is, but the problem is you find out you're in a bear market already too late. When you're already halfway through. But I guess you could use that as a signal, hey, at least that's not a bad idea. You can use that as a signal to buy at the 300 WMA because stocks are, halfway through the bear market. That's one way to look at it. I can agree with that. That's not a bad strategy. Let me add that to my list here. So yeah, that's one way to look at it. If the stock price is under the 300 WMA, you are deep into a bear market and you're about halfway through it. That's how I would interpret that. But there's just better signals to find bear markets earlier. So that's all I'm going to say with regards to that. Whatever I learned is because of you, and I am still learning due to you. Shout out to Naveen Thomas, patreon.com/shadesandtrades if you want to join the Discord. Again, he's been very successful, but keep in mind it's because he studies. He sits down, he has a notebook, and he's writing and he's figuring out. He watches the streams and he's just sitting there like this, should I move the queen here? Because I think if I move the queen here and the bishop here, I can get a checkmate. He's looking for the checkmates constantly. Let me put it that way, just to use chess terms. He's looking for the brilliant move, so to speak. He puts in the work. Learned a lot from you, honestly. New York to nowhere. Okay, that makes sense. Take a quick glance at that PDF from Citi really quick. Yeah, I just looked it up. Give me a second. Yeah, I know it's weird. I've been watching it for some time, never bought in. Yeah, I know that TEM is just so weird. It gives me kind of caution. But the revenues look good and the trend looks good. So I think it's a buy. But it's just, again, that price action is just kind of just gives me, I don't know, the heebie-jeebies, I guess, as older people would say. I don't know what young people would say. But yeah. Yeah, young 20-year-olds are not saying heebie-jeebies. I promise you that. They might not even know what that means. Title Quantum Threat. I can still taste the chicken. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. I think it's good. I think LAES is a buy anyways. I think the whole quantum sector is a buy because the whole quantum sector right now is just buy the purple line. So this is a buy. I would say sell targets of, let me look, sell targets of 6, then 8, and then 11. So there's potential there for quite a bit of money. So yeah, 41%, 75%, and possibly 124%. You can see pump, dump, pumps away from the purple line, dumps back to the purple line, pumps away from the purple line, dumps back to the purple line. So this is a buy anyways. Even without the due diligence you just gave us, it's a buy. But I'm gonna buy IonQ. I mean, take your pick. Quantum stocks are gonna run together anyway. So, Hi Shades, been a while to catch you live. Hey, well, it's not your fault that you haven't caught me live. Stilts on cheese. It's just that my sleep schedule is really bad because of the holidays. I stayed up like till like 4 in the morning, and it takes me like a month to recover back to a normal sleep schedule. My sleep schedule is better now, but yeah, probably gonna take me till the end of the month to be back to normal. And I'll be streaming as usual every day, Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday, I mean. But yeah, appreciate all the vids you put out. Shout out to Stilton Cheese, Stilton Cheese, and is that SpongeBob in there? In the image, I can't tell. But stilts on cheese, or is that a piece of cheese? I can't zoom in, but I use heebie-jeebies if I'm feeling funky. Shades, I worked last night, working again tonight, sleeping time for me. We'll watch the stream offline later. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to Naveen Thomas. He bought APLD at $6 and made, I think, 500% plus on that one because he understands to buy under the purple line, hold for the big percentage move. I think he's the one who's grown his account the most because of that. Have a good night's sleep, Naveen. Thank you. Or why am I reading that? Well, what am I doing, right, guys? Why am I reading that? I wish I had chicken right here. Oh, but no. Let me drink some water and we'll continue. I got the nice half-gallon jug. You got to drink a lot of water. All right, I'll set up the space heater later. All right, let's continue here. Let me see. What was I reading? So LAES is a buy. The quantum stocks, IonQ, Rigetti, they're all a buy. They're all at the purple line. Don't overthink it, man. Don't overthink it. Let me look at my Discord. I'm seeing messages in the Discord. Yeah, everyone wants to buy APLD now. Everyone in the Discord is talking about APLD. People want to buy APLD now that it's expensive, right? But they should have bought it when I was talking about it under 25. Whatever. Awesome, Agron. SoFi, yes, SoFi does not look good. It looks like it's looking as good. Looks like it wants to go down. If we look at SoFi, yeah. So notice how in the past it got stuck in a box and then it tanked. So yeah, it kind of looks the same, right? Stuck in a box and it looks ready to tank. So this is why I have not alerted it. I would wait for $22 and under. And that's all I'm going to say with regards to SoFi. I don't think no more. Keep it simple. It looks like the same pattern. Probably the same pattern. It has earnings coming up in 10 days too. Just wait. Just wait. Let it come down. This is why I haven't alerted it. All right, guys. So let me just show you something fun. This is going to be just for you guys. All right, get ready. I'm going to show you something that I haven't shown anyone. All right. So I'm going to show you a little something special just for you guys. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up the Visual Studio Code. For those of you who don't know, I used to work as a web developer at a digital marketing agency. So let me just show you something I've been working on. This is a secret project. I have not shown anyone. I'm just going to show it to you guys that are in here. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. So I'm building a website, a trading app, I guess. Think Khan Academy. Yeah, Think Khan Academy, but for trading and also a little bit of chess.com puzzles, because it's all about repetition, really. You know, I can read charts really fast because I've read 10,000 plus of them. If you've only read one chart, or if you've never read charts before, you're not going to be very fast or very good at reading them. So yeah, so you can see here, Shades Trading Academy, long, short, you got a timer here. And again, it's just about getting the repetition. You got a login page, right? You can just throw a fake name in there, whatever. Lessons, you know, yes, no, home. By the way, this isn't official, right? This is just a project I've been working on secretly, just for you guys, just showing you guys. This is just a prototype. The actual thing is going to look much nicer. This is just a prototype, just working on the logic and just trying to figure out what I want it to be. So this is not going to be ready this year. I'm barely finishing the trading book by February. So this is going to be something that's going to come probably in 2030, because I'm just a one person developing this. I'm just a lone guy. I'm just a solo developer here. So it's going to be a while, but yeah, that's something to look forward to by 2030. You know, you're going to have your daily puzzle like chess.com has. You know, breakout higher, rejection lower. Again, this is going to be very beneficial for the beginners more than anything. But yeah, that's something to look forward to in the future. Just wanted to give you a sneak peek. And I also have another thing I'm creating. Let me see. Can I find it? Because I've been learning how to use AI, I'm also learning how to create AI animations. And let me see if I can find it here. I'm also creating my own anime. I'm creating my own anime using Grok, using the AI assistants. So yeah, that's something that I'm working on as well. So I got a lot on my plate. So I'm creating my own anime, and that's also going to be very time consuming because I'm just one person. I'm doing no animation. Let the AI do everything. I think in the future, AI is just really going to replace everything. Like movies aren't even going to be done in a studio with a bunch of people working around the clock or whatever. There's not going to be any shoots. It's just going to be AI doing everything. Like that's just where we're headed. So that's another project I'm working on as well. And of course, the trading book and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm very, very, very busy. And it's going to be fun once I release the trading book, the trading app, the website. And of course, for those of you who don't remember, who completely forgot about this project, I'm also reviving the trading comic. So that's coming back to life. I kind of put it on hiatus while I focused on other things. But yeah, so that's going to be coming back as well. So a lot in the works, a lot of work ahead for me, very busy. But just a lot to look forward to if you're going to be here a long time. SoFi stock, I already gave you the play for that. Let's go back and let's see what's going on here. Thank you. Loved one of your latest vids on buying discounts. 3x your webcam screen and show us your cats. Ooh, my cats are asleep right now. They're asleep, so. And I'm not the kind of guy that wakes them up, so. Maybe next time when they're awake. They sleep during the day and at night is when they're awake, which is kind of annoying. Is that a baby? Get out of the way. Is that an old lady? Bam, get out of the way. Yeah, I will trample people for the discounts. I'm not kidding. Is that a baby? Pow. Is that your mom? Pow. You've changed my vision on buying cheap and buying the good ones. That's all it is. Buying discounts and buying good companies with growing sales. That's all it is, guys. It's not that hard. Just people want to get rich quick, so they buy garbage hoping it goes to the moon. Wow, you're not using a CSS framework? Respect. No, I don't use... See, I guess I could have used SCSS. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't use frameworks. I never learned how to use frameworks. Never. I still use regular PHP. I never learned Laravel or anything like that. Just the basics. Just a good old, if you got an idea in your head and you know basic fundamentals of coding, you can. That's all you need to go far. Is it the cleanest code? Is it the simplest? Probably not. But yeah. Can't wait for your book. Shout out to Lana. Lana, is she the Russian girl? Watch out, guys. She's Russian. I'm about to make a really bad joke, so I apologize to any Ukrainians. But if Russia beats Ukraine, do I congratulate Lana? Do I look at Lana and go, hey, congrats on the big dub? Because she's Russian, right? So am I supposed to congratulate her? And then am I supposed to look at the Ukrainian guy in my Discord and go, hey, I'm sorry about the loss, man. Russia, but in the same Discord, I'm congratulating Lana. Congrats on the big dub. Like, that's the bad joke, guys. I am so sorry. I had to make it. But yeah, that's something that crossed my mind the other day. I'm like, do I congratulate the winner and do I, say I'm sorry to the loser? Like, how does this work? Anyways, jokes aside, like 20 people just left because of that. They're like, oh, screw this guy. Screw this guy. What is this? 2 hours in? 2 hours and 17. All right, guys. Any other stocks you want me to look at? Any other stocks? Because I'm going to continue here. 3, 6. We still got 2, 4, 6, 8 more. Yeah, I think the Ukrainian guy in my Discord would probably leave the Discord if I said, "Hey, shout out to Lana, congrats on the big dub, like, congrats on the big Russian win." I don't think that's a good thing to say. But it's a bad joke that I thought. Man, this is probably might be the longest stream, honestly. BBAI question mark. BBAI is a buy. It's a buy. That just don't go big yet. I would say just buy a fourth of what you would normally buy and then add some more if it goes down. So spread out your buys. Micron. I hate when people just give me the full name and not the symbol. Like Micron, what is that? Is that MU? It is. Every time I see MU, I think Marvel Universe. Does anyone else think that? Oh, MU has already ran away, man. It already ran. It already ran. It's already long gone, my friends. It's already long gone. Yeah, that's a buy at the purple line when it comes down at some point. That's already gone. Rest in peace. That's gone. It's gone. Let it go. It's a good one, but you gotta let it go, man. You gotta. That's. It's already moved. What does this do? Oh, is this just? Is this? Well, whatever it does, it's a winner. Has this been? Let me look at the. Yeah. Just buy. This is a winner. If it comes to the purple line, just buy. It's a winner. On the yearly time frame since 2013, it just keeps going up. Every red year is nothing more than a dip buying opportunity. In the past 13 years, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the past 13 years, it's had 10 green years and 3 red years. And every red year, like I said, is nothing more than a dip buying opportunity. So all you got to do is look at the yearly time frame and you can see this one's a champ. Like, this is a winner. This is a good one. But I would wait for cheaper. Definitely not a chase high kind of guy. Chase high, hoping it goes higher. Neo stock is the one I'm going to look at next. Let's see what's going on with Neo. Neo stock, trading view, financials. I have typed this so many times, I might be losing my fingers. Wait, is there no trading view financials for Neo? I know, is Neo stock Chinese if I recall? Is it Chinese? I think it might be Chinese if I recall. Let's look at the revenues. So yeah, we're just going to continue down the list. Oh, wow. I'm working as a front-end developer. Can help you if you need, but Claude, Sonnet, or Opus can probably do the same. I barely code anymore myself. Oh, I don't know what that means. I have not. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Rero Seth. I have not coded since 2022 because that's when I started the channel, and that's kind of when I started trading, and I kind of just, stopped working the coding job, right? So, yeah. I don't even know what Claude Sonnet is or Opus. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what you're saying right now. I don't know the new technologies because the technology stacks are always evolving with new frameworks. I don't even remember the frameworks. Vue.js, React.js for JavaScript, at least TypeScript. I remember some, but I don't even know what you're saying right now. Oh, AI. I don't even know, dude. I just started using AI like 6 months ago, so I have no idea. Claude Sonnet or Opus. Is it possible that I've been coding by hand and I should actually? There's like software that helps me code via somehow faster. Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing? Probably. I assume. Is that weird? I think I'm putting two and two together, and that's kind of what I'm figuring out. I think I'm scratching my head because I'm like, yeah, I'm not with the times when it comes to technology. The coding technology. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP. And I think I also used WordPress because it's a digital marketing agency, so you need to know how to use WordPress to crank things out. A coding job is really just solving problems. That's all it is. You're just sitting there solving problems, either for clients or in-house. It was a pretty easy job. I was actually shocked. Like, I just sit here and like type on a computer and use my brain. What? It was so weird. I hated sitting there for hours and hours. That's the only thing I didn't like, but whatever. What about NOK stock? Just tell it what to do and it'll just do the job for you. Opus and Claude Sonnet. All right, I'm gonna look it up later. I'll look deeper into it. And Claude Sonnet. All right, let's continue here with NOK. What is NOK? What is this? What? Lana, sometimes you come up with some garbage. Sometimes you just give me some trash. Burnt Chips, AO, Shades, what's good? Shout out to Burnt Chips. He's my chess mentor. He's the one that's been teaching me chess. I played a game against him sometime at the beginning of this month, and my elo just started trending to the upside. Like, I just started beating people left and right after I played him. So shout out to Coach Fries. Shout out to him. He's been helping me get better at chess. You know what's funny is I could probably set up a chessboard and point the camera down at the chessboard, and you guys can play me just by shouting out the where to move the pieces. That's what's funny. I just thought of that, but we're not going to do that today. Is that Nokia stock? LOL. Is it? Is this? Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Lana, man, these Russian girls, they just come up with the worst garbage. I'm scared of her, though. I'm scared, so I'm going to respect her and say Nokia looks good. Looks great. Please don't shoot me. Okay, jokes aside. This is at the top. And this is at the bottom. This is not a buy. This is not a buy. You'd be chasing. Not a buy. I don't recommend it. Does it come back to the purple line? It does. So I would say buy at the purple line. Yeah, buy at the purple line. Yeah, this is a good one. It's a good, let me add that to my watch list. That's a good one. I don't know much about it. What does this do? What is it? What are its revenues? Netflix. Netflix, I'm not going to say much about Netflix. What I will say is let's wait until their earnings and see what happens. I think Netflix right now, we need to see what it does on earnings. Because if its earnings continue to tank, the stock is dead. And I'm going to take the loss on the 50 shares that I have. Or 4 shares. I had 4 shares, then after the split, 40, if I recall. So, yeah. Let's just wait till earnings to make a decision. It's really that earnings for Netflix, when that comes up, that's going to be a big day for Netflix. It's going to be do or die. So that's all I got to say with regards to Netflix. Bulma, that CSS framework looks like your style of CSS if you decide to shift to it. I think I remember Bulma. I think there was another CSS framework that makes everything so much easier. I just don't remember the name of it. It wasn't SCSS. There was another one. Maybe it was. I don't remember. There was one where that just gave you a lot of shortcuts and made everything faster and more concise, if I recall. But yeah, Netflix. We will wait. Let's continue here with Nokia. What is this garbage? What is this garbage? Yeah. So sorry to disappoint you. Please don't shoot me. Please don't invade me. Okay, jokes aside, Lana. Tell your friends that they're garbage. Number one, not them. The stock. Their picks are garbage. Nokia 2020, 24 billion in revenue. 2021, 26 billion in revenue. 2022, 26 billion in revenue. 2023, 22 billion in revenue. 2024, 20 billion. Their revenues are not only just going sideways, but they're starting to slowly just go lower. So that means there's not a lot of demand for their service/product. It's dead. It's dying. It's the better way to put it. So don't recommend it. It's let it die. It's a thing of the past, like Kmart. If anyone knows what Kmart is, shout out to you. Must have that effect. I get these stock ideas from friends, lol. Oh, yeah. Wink, wink from friends. I know that one. Hey, guys, I just punched you in the face, but it was, my friends. I know that one. The classic, my friends. From friends. Sorry, just got in. Matteo Valentin, what do we expect for the open across the AI unprofitable stocks? What do we expect for the open? I don't know what that means. Due to the yeah, we already talked about that. I think we're gonna get a temporary dump and then we go back up. That's it. And then he's gonna take it back. What's his name? Trump is gonna walk back the tariffs. We're gonna work out a deal and we're gonna pump again. It's just how it is. How it's always been. Let me see. Zena under purple, possible weekly cross, increase in revenue. Would a enter with caution and stop be valid? Let me look at Zena. All right, guys, I'm gonna talk like this now, okay? Because my voice is starting to give out. All right, I'm kidding. Zena, wow, Zena, man, you guys just love stocks that don't trend to the upside. It's like I tell people I pound the table, buy stocks that go up, and for some reason, a lot of you just go, nah, screw that. I want to buy what just keeps going sideways or down. It's so funny to me, at least. Like, what the, like it's like anything I say, it's like in one ear, out the other, and you come at me with these sideways trenders. Hey, I would say it's a buy at the purple line, but I don't like it because it's I'm shaking my head because it's like let me see the weekly. If you want to buy it, I would say buy and a stop loss at 360, the weekly low. Yeah, so at around 3.60. But if you want my honest opinion, there's better opportunities out there with better setups, right? So that's all I'm going to say. But you do what you got to do. If you want to buy, if you really do want to get in, stop loss at 3.60 and on the weekly time frame, essentially what you're using as a stop loss. Because if it breaks out, it can go higher. Yes. But yeah, if it breaks out, it can come to like 460, then 530. So what are you risking? Let me see. So either you lose 10% about, or you make about 10%, 10 to 20%. So it's a 1 for 1, 1 for 2. Not bad. But again, I think there's better setups in the market. So that's all I'm going to say. I like the look of hood at bottom of symmetrical triangle, but worried about open tomorrow. If it breaks support, that would suck. Well, I'm not in hood. I've been waiting for hood under 100 if I want to buy leaps. Oh yeah, wait till tomorrow. Do not make a decision just yet. Yeah, wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow. Don't buy it just yet. Yeah, you don't got to be the first one in, because sometimes the first one in gets absolutely schmacked. Yeah, yeah, I would wait. Let me look at the weekly time frame and what is this saying? Yeah, the weekly time frame does not look that good. It actually looks terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4 red weeks in a row. Where are the buyers? They're nowhere to be found. They better show up this coming week, because if they don't, this is going to go back to 100 and under. So give it one more day. Oh, also the monthly time frame, white line crossing the yellow line, that's a threat, right? You know threats. You know about threats, burnt chips. You know about threats. You know, you threatened my fucking queen. You're like, yeah, I could have taken your fucking queen, Shades, but I didn't want to do you like that. I remember what you said when we were playing that chess game. But you know about threats. This is a threat right here. That white line crossing under the yellow line, that's a threat. Because if that crosses under, the last time that happened, we tanked for months, as you can see here. So that's something to be concerned about. That's why I'm waiting for 100. Yeah, this white line crossing that yellow line, that's a threat. It's really close to coming down under. So be very careful. I remember Kmart. You must be very old. I mean, she's Russian. My bad. You must be very beautiful. My bad. My bad. You're very young, I'm sure. Don't want to, don't want to get shot, guys. But okay, yeah. Kmart does that Kmart even exist anymore? I don't think it does. I think it died, or maybe they renamed themselves. I don't remember the story of that one. Mateo Valentine, thumbs up. Jason Rev, WYFI. This is a long stream. White fiber. Dude, this doesn't even have a purple line. I'm zooming in. I'm getting close to the webcam. There's no purple line. There's no purple line on that one. Where's the purple line? It's gone. It doesn't exist because this stock is so new. It just came out, what, this year? No, last year, 2025. We don't even have enough data to make anything of this. It's at the bottom, I think. Yeah, I don't... Stuck in a box. Either play the breakout above 21 or wait for it to come down to 14 to 15. If it breaks out, it can move 15% to 25 bucks. This must be volatile if it's making these kinds of moves on the daily. So yeah, if you want to play the breakout, go right ahead, but there's not enough data on this one. It's so new. It doesn't even have, like, the purple line doesn't even exist because it's just so new. So what does this do? Oh, data center solution. Oh, so this is just going to pump on the hype of APLD and Riot. Yeah, I mean, it's, if you're going to play the hype on that, yeah, look for the breakout play. Look for the breakout play. I don't know anything else about it. This kind of reminds me of TSSI. Yeah, because TSSI is garbage. It's a garbage data center company. On earnings, it dropped, but when the APLD, when the HPC data center hype comes back, the AI infrastructure hype comes back, even though TSSI is garbage, it'll pump. Like, it'll pump huge, just because of the hype around AI infrastructure. So, yeah, so if your stock, WYFI, if it likes to pump on other stocks on the AI infrastructure hype, then I would say take advantage of the breakout. Because if it's going to break out, then we should see this surge higher and you can make about 20 to 40%. That's what it looks like to me. This looks like it only pumps when there's hype around the AI infrastructure. It's kind of like quantum stocks, basically. Quantum stocks only move when the hype is around. After that, if there's no hype, it just goes sideways at the purple line. So I say it looks good. I personally wouldn't play it, but yeah, if you want to play the breakout and take advantage of the hype, if assuming we don't just tank on Tuesday, then yeah. You know, if it weren't for the Greenland tariff thing, I would have been like, hell yeah, look for the breakout on Tuesday. But because of the tariff Greenland thing that's going on, we'll see. So I would look for the breakout on this one. It doesn't look bad. It's just, you know, I would rather play APLD because APLD is looking to break out too. Because they all got the same hype off of Riot stock, if I recall. Understood. Just educating myself. Shout out to Stilt on Cheese. Too late already in on Hood. Oops. Ha ha ha. Well, you basically just sacked your queen, and I'm gonna take that queen bird chips because that's you just did the equivalent of sacking your queen for nothing. You just sacked your money. Burnt chips. I'm disappointed in you. Should have waited for the signal. Should have waited for the levels. Where did you buy? Did you buy at 120? I know someone bought Hood at 120, so they're definitely feeling bad. I don't know if that was you or someone else. Wolf stock. Yeah, so Nokia was absolute trash. Maybe one day Russian Girl will give me, you know, something good. Something worth. She always just gives me the worst garbage. You're like, let me see. It pisses me off, dude. It pisses me off when people give me garbage stocks. I'm like, I don't make videos going, hey guys, buy garbage stocks. Garbage stocks are number one. If they keep going down, send it to me. If they're going sideways, send it to me. Like, I don't make videos saying that. So it does piss me off when people give me some really bad stocks because I'm like, what the hell? This is not what my channel's about. I did not build my channel on buying trash that keeps going down or sideways. Sideways is fine, but, you know, upwards trend is always preferable. Terra Wolf. This looks like SoFi. It's just stuck in a box. The last time this thing got stuck in a box, it eventually tanked. This is stuck in a big box, longer volatile box. So if anything, I would wait for it to come down to 1150s or play the breakout above 17. It's up to you. You can do either or. It's stuck in a range. So if we do tank on Tuesday, probably look to buy it at the bottom of the range. This is just a classic buy the bottom, sell the top. If it comes down to the bottom of the range, it would also touch the purple line at around 10. So it's kind of adding up. It's going sideways. And if it creates a lower high here, if it doesn't even go back to the top of the range, I would say it's showing weakness and it should come down back to 10s, 11s. So it's not a buy right now. That's for sure. I would say wait for it to come down. All right, NEO stock earnings are increasing. 9 billion, 7 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion, 7 billion, 20 billion, 9 billion. NEO stock, how does NEO stock look on the charts? It's going sideways long term. No, it was tanking, then it finally broke the downtrend, then it pumped. It's stuck in a box too. So yeah, I've been saying this in a lot of my videos. A lot of stocks are just stuck in a box. Like, they're literally just stuck in a box. Like, you can't really do anything other than wait for it to come down. So NEO stock, I would say it's a buy at the bottom of the range here at around 3 to 350. Classic buy at the bottom, sell at the top. You can't screw this one up. Stop loss at like 299 or whatever. Let it come down. So NEO stock, I'm going to add that to my plays list. That's a good bottom range play. And it does have growing revenues. So it's funny that its revenues are growing, but the stock itself is not really trending to the upside. It's just going sideways. Funny to take note of. NVTS. Bought Friday, 35 shares at 110. Thought was good entry because it touched bottom of triangle. I feel I'll be okay. Just might take a while to recover if it tanks. You're starting to sound like Joey Shaw right now. I'm a little scared now. You're starting to show like you're starting to sound. You're starting to sound like Joey Shaw. No, you're starting to sound like Joey Shaw. I'm scared now. I'm scared. I'm scared for you. You know what, Burnt Chips? You should reach out to Joey Shaw and ask him, hey, what do you think of Hood? And if he's ask him if he thinks it's a buy, and if he says it's a buy, you're fucking screwed. That's what that means. How about Roblox? Isn't that a video game? Yeah, what about Roblox? What about it? Comes to that, come down to the purple line. It's trending to the upside. Oh wow, what the hell is happening with this? This is looking like Netflix. This is looking like Netflix. Showed up at a big support level, yearly time frame, trending, quarterly. Is it threatening? I'd be very careful. Yeah, I'd be very careful, Burn Chips. The white line crossed under the yellow line on the monthly time frame on Roblox. The last time this happened, after it had a huge pump, it tanked from 129 to 21 bucks, and then it just got a huge pump to 150. So either this is going to form a cup and handle, or this is going to, it already crossed under. So yeah, I would say no. I would say no, unless the white line crosses the yellow line. Dude, just don't buy. I'll let you know. Because I like this one. I think I might add it to my playlist. I think if the white line crosses the yellow line on the weekly, you can see it just keeps pumping. So I would wait for that signal. I wouldn't buy it right now. I don't think the purple line strategy works for this one, because it just goes way under it. And that's not what you want. You want it to touch it and then go. Touch it and then go. So historically, you used to touch the purple line and then run. Touch and run. Now it just completely, like, it didn't touch it and go. It just kept tanking. So that's a change in its behavior. I would wait for the white line crossing the yellow line on the weekly. I'd play it safe. All right, guys. I underestimated how much of my voice. I'm losing my voice now. I'm starting to feel it now. So I'm gonna call it there. What is that? Almost 3 hours. So I only have enough energy, throat energy. Whoa, someone's gonna make a joke. I only have enough throat energy for like 2 hours and 45 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna start to lose my voice if I continue this. I will leave it at that. We did a lot of research, looked at a lot of good opportunities for tomorrow and for the future. In another stream, we'll go over the last 7. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day.